Peace to our house. What's good? It's your boy Eru. We got State in the building. What's good, State?
Yo, what's up, my brother?
Chilling, chilling. There's no scrubs today, man.
Nah, the hell with the scrubs.
Yeah. We the sporty thieves today. Ain't no scrubs.
Oh
Did you
man,
get the reference? Or are you too old for that? I mean, am I too old? You too young for that reference.
I'm too young.
The sporty thieves. Man. They made a song called "Ain't No Pigeons" to get
Wait,
at
ain't no pigeons?
to get at that TLC shit. No more scrubs.
Oh, man, I know that song, man. Get the hell out of here, man.
What's good, man?
Oh
Yeah, I
man,
haven't seen this girl in a long time, man. What's up, Lemon Pepper? How you doing? I haven't seen your name on the screen in a long time, man. So welcome back. Got Geraldine here as always, Mr. Pudge. It's another guy that's always here, always, man. Big time supporters of the pod. So we're gonna talk, man. So you want to talk about this NBA Finals? What's your thoughts on the NBA Finals?
the Knicks need to take notes. That's my first thought. Take notes. Both finals teams is built, not brought. Knicks fans love buying cheap shit. And that's my problem. And that's my problem with Knicks fans.
But sometimes that's all we got, man. We ain't got nothing
Nah,
else but
man.
swap meet stuff.
Swap me stuff. You got $74 million in cap space. And the best you got to show for me is a shut the F up from Mr. 30.
Yeah, but it's already documented. Nobody wants to come here, man. So we got to go get the Moody Eyes. We got to go get the Alfred Paytons of the world, the Reggie Bullocks and stuff like that. That's what I wanted to do. I came over here specifically for that. Oh my god, man. I'm gonna put it up so we can talk about that too in a second.
All right. But definitely like the NBA finals is a big wake up call for all of the teams that like to do these trades and trade all of this, trade their players for stars and gut their team and gut their rosters. You're watching two teams in the finals who was built over the course of multiple seasons, and they was built similar. Like it's similar, but it's kind of different. And now I'm good on D'Lo champ, and you know the Warriors. They was built through the draft. Curry, Clay, Draymond. It don't matter where they was drafted. They was built through the draft, and their player development system helped those guys get better. They had Harrison Barnes, Kevin Looney, and then you keep going over the years. They missed the playoffs for 2 years straight, and you sell high on D'Lo, which Melo, this guy over here was talking about. You sell high on D'Lo. You get Jonathan Kuminga. You got Moody. You got James Wiseman. So you got a whole nother young core waiting in the wings. After your original young core, I didn't even mention Mr. Jordan Poole yet, who I think is worth 100 plus million. I think he's worth a max. He's really good, bro. He's really, really good, bro. And
He's all right.
nah, bro. Trust me on this one, bro. Scotty,
I mean, I got two eyes too, man. The guy's a good player, man. But we have no shot of getting him, so we're gonna have to watch him from afar. He's gonna be like another Donovan Mitchell. We'll talk about him,
it's
eventually, I
different.
guess.
It's different because the Warriors got to pay up. So are they going to pay 300 to 400 million in luxury tax to keep Jordan Poole? And how does Jordan Poole what does Jordan Poole see for himself? Like, is he on his Tyler Hero? I want to start. You already heard Tyler Hero. Like, I'm done with the bench, bro. Like, I want to start. Like, I'm ready to start. So is he on his Tyler Hero next season? Because once you win a ring, especially if he wins this ring, if I'm Jordan Poole, I want to get paid, bro. I want to get paid, one, but two, I want to start, bro. I want to start. I want to showcase my talent. So I think he's more likely as a grab than the other guys. But that's why I like Jordan Poole. But Golden State was built. They was built for war, and they was built to last. They had Kevin Durant, and he leaves, and they go back to the finals.
They also went back to the lottery too.
Yes, but that's avoiding meaningless wins. When you avoid meaningless wins, that's what happens.
Yeah, but our prime team gets us meaningless wins, right? But their prime team gets them in the finals. You get what I'm saying? So when their prime players got hurt, they was in the lottery, and that wasn't by design. It was like, oh shit, we fucked up, So there's not, nothing they could do. All they had was this guy, freaking Draymond Green. That was it, Draymond Green, and nobody else.
Alec Burks. Remember, Alec Burks started for them this season that they had one of the worst records in the league. No, Alec Burks started for them. And, Tibbs started Alec Burks. Now, I don't even want to get into that. But, yeah, he started on a lottery team. So that should tell you something.
Well, he didn't start on lottery team. He played on Utah. You gotta give him some respect, man. He played winning seasons in his career.
He started on Golden State, and he was on the lottery team. That is a fact.
Yeah, but he's played in the league like mad years, and he's done things in the league aside from Golden State. He only played for Golden State 1 year.
What has he done?
He's a role player. That's what he's supposed to do. He plays a role. He's a role player. So it's like, to say, oh, that what has he done? He's a role player. But he's been on a roll for a few teams, and that he was successful for some teams. Did they win anything? No, but I mean, he's a role player. Diamond dozen role player, just like the Knicks roster. The whole Knicks roster is a bunch of dime a dozen role players. There's nobody on that team that if we're healthy, we're gonna be in the NBA Finals. It's not happening.
Bunch of men, but Knicks do have a bunch of men. But you gotta admit, if Tibbs would have just switched up his rotations, we would have won more games. We was one of the worst clutch time teams in the league, like one of the worst. And that's games under 6 minutes, and the game is close within 5. We was one of the worst. We lost so many games like that. I watched us lose a 28-point lead to Cam Thomas. Remember that 20-plus lead we lost to Anthony Simmons? You remember that other 20-plus lead we lost to OKC? I remember those 20-plus. I remember those leads we lost. So, it was games we had won, and
well, not even against good teams. We lost against bad teams. We lost against it was that one point in the season we was like 2 for 17 or whatever the hell we was. We lost mad games in February. I think we won 2 games in February.
No, we went 1 and 10 in February.
1 and 10 in February. So between February and February and March, that's when the losing was happening. So I mean, 1 and 10. God damn it. So I mean, if he would have went like at least if he went 5 and 6, that would have been enough to get us closer to to the playoffs. We probably would have made the playoffs. Because it would have changed the momentum of the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying?
Little mistakes. And I agree, Sherman. Like, I wish I signed in to goddamn. Hold on, I'm gonna sign in on another link so I could share what Sherman said on my end because I'm not signed in to StreamYard. But he said the Knicks do have one of the worst lineups in the NBA. I agree with that. I think we have one of the worst start. If OKC and Portland,
don't get me started, man. Don't get me started with you two guys, man. The Knicks got Julius Randle, 20-10 and 5, right? RJ Barrett is a 20-point a game scorer. Mitchell Robinson, pay that man because he's a defensive stopper, right? And then we got who else we got on the roster? Fournier's there, and whoever else you want to say. That's the worst roster in the NBA. Get out of here, man. Half of those guys, people are fighting to the death on the internet. For
You know what makes the Knicks starting 5 so horrible? Because we start 2 bums. The 2 bums is Evan Fournier and Alec Burks. Maybe if you give me 2 actual NBA players in the starting 5 next to the other 3, maybe it'll look better.
Don't get me started, man. Julius Randle is who he is too. Everybody thinks that he's a certain way, but RJ Barrett is a 20-point in the game scorer on a bad team, man. So what does that mean to me?
I don't even want to hear about RJ Barrett. Or when I hear his name, I hear efficiency. So as of right now, I just want to take his 26 and 3 to the bank while he's 21. And
also, too, in the comments, people were agreeing with you for the last pod when he was saying that Mitchell Robinson, it's okay if you don't rebound. That's not what he's asked to do, or this, that. I'm like, what? Like, you guys are crazy with those takes, man. Come on, man.
Hold on, I got a stat for you. Mitchell Robinson stat. Now, this stat, according to this stat, Mitchell Robinson is one of the best rebounders in the whole league. And this stat says Mitchell Robinson gets the most contested defensive rebounds in the league, and he gets the
What does
most
that even mean? Contested
offensive
defensive
rebounds.
rebounds? What the hell does that even mean? And who's sitting there watching games, watching 82 games for 30 teams, talking about what is the was that a contested defensive rebound? I never heard of that in my life. Contested defensive rebound? What the hell does that mean?
Hey, I tried, brother.
What does that mean?
Nah, it means that. So when Julius
That
Randle,
means that somebody is drowning and they're going like this.
when Julius Randle and those boys is mucking it up in the paint, the other team is contesting for rebounds. He's in there, his rebounds is contested. So if he's getting the toughest rebounds in the league,
Get out of here.
I can respect it.
Listen, that OKC game, all you gotta do is go to that OKC game and watch those young guys that are around his age, 6'5", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? There's the tallest guy on the court that day was like 6'9" or whatever, and he was getting abused that day against some OKC. So
That's no problem. It's no problem. It's cool. You can get that excuse for one season. I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
It's all
I'll
right.
let it slide too, but not for the money that people are willing to give him.
Oh no! After he get paid, the baby gloves is off.
It's too late, man. It's too late. Listen, if I want to hire somebody, right, and I want them to do something for me, right, but I see that they don't do a good job at what they're doing. Why would I gotta pay them for?
That's true, but you pay for potential. You don't pay for the right now.
Hell no, you pay for results. You don't pay for potential.
What results are you looking for?
Results.
You looking for W's? You got to be more specific. You looking for box scores? You looking for W's? I'm
looking for somebody that can play their position, and everything else will take care of itself. We have these guys on the roster already, and look what's happening. Are we gonna wait? Oh, they're gonna get better and better and better. My son right now, he shows me drawings of Spider-Man and stuff like that. I can't tell him that the drawings are trash because he's only 8 years old, 8 and 6. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old your drawings are trash. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say maybe like in another 10 years when they're 18, they could be multi-million dollar painters or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? But that's how many years from now? 10 years from now? Or 5 years from now when they go to high school and they start going to art and design or whatever the hell. You're talking about that's like 5 years from now, right? Yeah. That's crazy.
No, me? You talking about 5 years from now?
No, I'm saying 5 years from now, my 8-year-old son will be 13, going to high school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pay a dude that hoping that one day that he's gonna be something.
I think he can be that next season. That's why I'm trying to get him early. I'm trying to keep him in the building. As long as that point guard situation looking real right, I think. The Knicks got so many questions, man.
Well, I mean, you started off with the playoffs, right? How did the Knicks stack up with All right, you mentioned Golden State, but talk about the Celtics because I can give you a take that the Knicks because somebody that's another guy that I want to give some light to. He said it was Leo Valentin. He made a post, joking around about people talking, bigging up RJ a little bit too much. But there's somebody popped in there and said, "Yo, dead ass that the Celtics, couldn't beat us, whatever. RJ hit the game-winning shot or whatever on us. We matched up really well with them during the regular season. But the point with that is that after he hit that shot, that's what woke the Celtics up. The Celtics, went crazy after that, and then they started locking down on defense and really, really showing up on offense because they probably was embarrassed that somebody as trash as RJ Barrett just hit a game-winning shot on them. They were embarrassed, and that's why they're in the NBA Finals right now.
Hey, yo, stop talking about my biz like that, man.
I'm just messing around with you. All right.
Well, man, you're killing my boy.
I'm just messing around with you, man.
You're killing my boy.
How do you think the Knicks stack up with a team like that?
So I'm looking at the Celtics. Let's look at them. All right, RJ, I know he can match up with one of either Jaylen Brown or Tatum. I know he's going to compete with one of them. I've seen it before. Seen it his first 3 years. The problem is the other positions on the court. Do I trust? Who is my point guard to go against Marcus Smart? Right? Because he might have that man in jail. Who is the other wing that's beside RJ Barrett? Is there a wing on this roster that I could see go at Jaylen Brown? As of right now, no, it is not. I'm going to be truthfully honest with you. Can it happen? Probably. We've seen us bust the Celtics ass in the regular season, but we also seen with regular season and
Fournier,
postseason.
the Celtics can't guard Fournier.
Yeah.
Right? You want to talk about somebody that can't be guarded? They can't guard Fournier.
So
That's
I mean,
fact of life right there.
yes. And I feel like Mitch matches up with Robert Williams well. So I'm not worried about that. The other thing, the Al Horford situation. Brad, he's everything you would want Taj Gibson to be. Everything. And he's everything you want Taj Gibson. And he's way better than Taj Gibson. It's not even close. So when I get pissed off,
respect to Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson is old now.
Respect.
He's done. But Horford is old too, though. But the thing about it, guys, people are different. People age different and stuff like that. So I mean, Al Horford, while what did Taj Gibson say? The bacon, egg, and cheese is what helps him out. So that's the reason why his career is dwindling down, because he eating bacon, egg, and cheese at freaking like 38, 36, whatever old he is. But Al Horford, man, I don't know what he's eating. I got a joke for you. I was gonna say like platanos or whatever the fuck, because he's Dominican. Yeah, or something like that, man. But I mean, people age different, man. So he's still got a lot left in the tank, as far as competition.
And the reason why I'm not scared of the Celtics, remember when RJ guarded Tatum, he shot under 40%. It was to the point where they had to switch RJ on Brown because Brown started getting hot. Like this was like every game we played against them. Whoever RJ wasn't guarding, the other dude just gets smoldering hot. And we need help on the wing. So I can understand why the Knicks is looking at the wing in this year's draft, even though that guy will not play until 2023 March.
Well, let me throw this at you. Do you think teams look at a team like the Celtics and say, okay, how do we guard these teams, or are they looking at their roster, figuring out like how can I make the team better? Because me as somebody that loves basketball, I'm not looking at the Celtics like how am I going to guard these guys? I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking at it like how can I build the best team possible on my plate, on my board. My 15 guys. How can I make my 15 guys the best that it could be? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I made this point with you before with the Bucks. The Bucks and the Celtics are two different teams. So the Bucks are built one way, the Celtics are built a different way. So I mean, when the Bucks won the championships, it was like, oh, who are we gonna get to guard Giannis? Okay, now Giannis is not there. Who are we gonna get to guard Tatum? So if Luka gets there and wins the champion, what are we gonna do to stop Luka? It's always gonna be something. How are we gonna stop this person? But when do we look at our team and say, how can we make our team the best? Because if we make our team good, then teams will be looking like, okay, how do we stop what we're doing?
So it depends on where you're at in your rebuild, right? So what you just said is where we're at right now, right? We're at the stage where we're trying to become a great team. So we're building right now. But when we get to that stage, I think we will be at that stage. It should be by the end of next year's playoffs, because I think we're going to make the playoffs next season. But we're going to be at that stage where now this is under my belief that the kids got better. We made the playoffs. We gave a team a hard-fought playoff series. Now, when you get to that point, that's when you got to be like, okay, we got to get a guy to stop this guy. Or if we got a guy already on the roster, we got to get more guys like that said guy in order to stop this guy. So it just depends on where you're at in your rebuild. But we definitely need tall wings, right? But it's funny. We got RJ. We got Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish is just such an enigma, bro. He's such an enigma, because I would throw Reddish on Tatum in a heartbeat. But my problem with Reddish is it's the motor thing. But
okay, we put Tatum. That's what I'm trying to say. We put Cam on Tatum, but what is Cam doing to Tatum? Like how are we beating them? Just defending the best offensive players in the NBA is not winning basketball. Because we if we defend them, we're not locking them down. They're not going to get like 10 points. They're still going to get their numbers. It's about making them making it hard for them to get their numbers. That's the thing. But in order to beat teams like this, you need to be able to attack the other team.
Yeah, so it's two ways. You beat a team with offense, and you can beat a team with defense. Now, the offensive side of the ball is two parts to that, right? The first part is the young guys getting better themselves. So me and you, and like other Knicks fans, are praying to God that RJ Barrett, Reddish, and those boys is in the gym right now. Literally, like right now. It's raining outside. It's 8:33 p.m. in New York. The motherfuckers better be in the gym. Like literally, like right now. Because if they get their individual offense better and they get the chemistry going in the offseason, y'all played with each other for a couple years now. So now it's kind of no excuses now. But the other side of this, and I think next season, I think we could get on the players. But the biggest side of this is that 64-year-old clown in that suit. That 64-year-old clown, that's the huge thorn in my backside right now. That guy, offense is horrible. Horrible.
But he got to be safe from himself. That's the point. He got to be safe from himself because defensively, we're able to figure out ways to slow down Tatum and them because we proved that by beating them a few times this year. That we proved that. So the thing is, we have to get Tom Thibodeau out of his own way by fixing the roster. So to give him something that he could work with. Julius Randle's the number one. We got to get rid of him. But the thing is, if we had a different coach and different philosophy, Julius Randle's right there. He could go against Tatum because Tatum can't necessarily guard Julius Randle if you're running Julius Randle a certain way. Having Julius Randle grab the rebound and run the full length of the court and then run into three people, that's not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Okay. Now, how many hours you watch a game, Tom Thibodeau? You know what I'm saying? It's not a good idea to to do the stuff that you do with him. But I mean, we could work it, man. I mean, Julius Randle and RJ should be enough, and if Fournier as a third wheel should be enough. And some of the other guys that we have on the roster, it should be enough to win games, yo. So that's all on Tom Thibodeau, which is annoying to keep talking about, but it is what it is. We definitely should not be where we are now. Yeah. Especially since we argue. That's the point I'm trying to make too with that. We argue all day about Mitchell Robinson, this, that, and the other. But if he was that good, and if Julius was 2010 and 5, if that 2010 and 5 was that good, and if RJ's 20 points and all that, if that was that good, then we should have made the playoffs, man. And it sits on the feet of Tom Thibodeau. This is really his fault.
Yeah, but it's also kind of the players' fault. Every player on our team had an individual stint where it's like, get this fucking guy off the court. No doubt for example, RJ Barrett in last year's November, I think he averaged 8 points, bro.
Yeah, he was trash in the beginning. People were going to blows. People say, oh, he was hurt. Oh, he got a stomach bug. Like what? If you trash, you trash.
He was cold garbage. I ain't gonna lie. To the point. I'm making excuses for him, even though he had a stomach bug. His ankle was definitely hurt at the time, but it's still no excuses, bro. 8 points, my boy. Like at least you gave heart. Julius Randle, he acted like a B all season, disrespected the fans, didn't play with no heart, played like an idiot, held the ball, blase, want him traded. Alec Burks, whether it's not really his fault because his 64-year-old head coach is a goddamn idiot. Just kept running him at point guard.
Just like you said, he thinks that he's this guy, the dude Jordan Poole. He thinks he's Jordan Poole, but he's a career journeyman. Stop making a career journeyman into like the next big thing. It's crazy.
And then it was like Evan Fournier had a clause in his contract where he just had to start every game. Like he doesn't need to play for the Knicks. That's just me personally. We don't need him. I got Quentin Grimes. I can watch my 22-year-old play his role.
All right, we're gonna get to that. There's a lot of stress I'm gonna throw at you at your feet today, man. There's a lot of stress.
So I need Evan Fournier to he got to get the fuck out of here. I'm just sick of the French shit. I'm just sick of that shit, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna change tempo, but I got to acknowledge my man here. We did put it up, but I didn't acknowledge it. I'm never gonna be able to pronounce your name, man. So I don't want to mess it up. But Matan, thanks for the super chat, 199. You know what I'm saying? At least add the tax on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but I appreciate you, man. He wants to talk about Steph. He rather had. Did y'all even want Steph? Hell yeah, we wanted Steph, man. But that's not our fault either. That's the Minnesota Timberwolves GM, because he drafted two point guards back to back, and ended up drafting 5 starting point guards that year. So that guy Khan, his name is Khan. So the hell with that motherfucker.
No, that's our fault. I disagree with that.
How?
Meaningless wins. You knew you wanted Stephen Curry. What you winning games for? Duh.
Yeah, but Stephen Curry, but you can't give it. You can't put it on the Knicks because Minnesota they didn't even draft what's the name Curry. They drafted 2 point guards before Curry. Okay, so who's the asshole? Minnesota. Minnesota drafted 2 point guards before Steph Curry was drafted, but the Knicks are the asshole? Nah, it's Minnesota. Minnesota's the asshole.
In Minnesota, after they got that wrong, they get 2 more number 1 overall picks, and now they got Edwards and Towns.
But
and
we're talking about 2009, right? I'm not even sure if that's the right year, but 2009, it's 2022 now. Mad stuff dumb happened on Minnesota between 2009 and 2022.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yo, man, it's tough, man. It's tough, man. The Tibbs factor is like one of the biggest factors. It was Johnny Flynn. Johnny Flynn was good in college.
Yeah, I think he like broke his hymen or something like that. Some wild shit. Like an injury that it was like some internal hip injury that he never came back from it.
It was a football injury. It was a football hip injury. Like one of those bad injuries too, or it was something crazy.
It was something internal, something like internal in between his hips somewhere that like some shit that pregnant women get. You know what I'm saying? It was like something really really weird that he just couldn't come back from. That's crazy, man. Johnny Flynn was nice, yo. But I mean, why would you draft Johnny Flynn and freaking Rubio? That's the dumb. That to me is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. I'd have took Curry.
And on top of that, they drafted Johnny Flynn first. They drafted Johnny Flynn first, and then Rubio.
I'd have took Curry. Yo, you don't watch 3 years of Curry and Davidson and be like, nah, I'm gonna take Ricky Rubio.
Yo, if Minnesota would have took Curry like they should have, hindsight is 2020. Okay, we all know that Curry is the best. Okay, so if Minnesota took Curry with that first pick, they had another pick right behind it, and they could have drafted his running mate. They could have had Curry and a running mate right next to him, whoever that may be. Just look through that draft or who that player might have been. He could have drafted the two perennial all-star starters, but they chose to get Johnny Flynn and Rubio.
And they
let's say they drafted Curry the way they should have, and let's say they drafted I don't know Jordan Hill, because Jordan Hill was the best power forward. That's the one that we drafted. He was the best power forward in the league. If they drafted Curry and Jordan Hill, nobody would have said nothing. But then we would have had a choice between Johnny Flynn and freaking Rubio. We would have took Rubio, and then there would have been a whole different history, man. It would have been a whole different thing going on.
I'm so happy we're not going to be in the lottery next season.
Because we got to talk about shit like that, man. Shit that never goes away. It just never goes away. All right, well, speaking of the lottery and stuff like that, another team that was runner up in the playoffs was the Miami Heat. They went 7 games with Boston, whatever. So like the main thing with that right now is like you got to talk about Pat Riley. This is goes to the past. Pat Riley right now, Pat Riley ever since he got in the Miami Heat, which was like 1995. 1995 he signed with the Heat. They gave him full run of the team and all this. Yep. But ever since then, all he did was revamp that roster constantly. How the hell did he get Tim Hardaway? How did he get Tim Hardaway? How did he get Jamal Mashburn? That motherfucker had Alonzo Mourning, Jamal Mashburn, and Tim Hardaway. And he went and got Dan Marley too. How?
And LeBron.
But I'm saying that's the first. This is the first team that he built that was battling against us. How the hell did he get Alonzo Mourning? Because Alonzo Mourning was on Charlotte. How the hell did he get to Miami? Tim Hardaway was on Golden State. How the hell did he get to Miami? What's the name? This dude, Mashburn was on Dallas. How the hell did he get on Miami? How? I don't even want to dig to find out, but look at those names. Fucking Mashburn was a 20-point a game scorer in Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. had his own sneaker, and he was like 23 points a game in Golden State. Are you kidding me? And they stole Alonzo Mourning from Charlotte, who was a 20-10 and 3 blocks per game guy. How did he do that? But that's Pat Riley, fam. And then you want to talk about LeBron James? He did that. And then before LeBron James, he won a championship with Dwayne Wade, Antoine Walker, and all the and Shaq. How the fuck did he get Shaq, fam? How did he get Shaq? How did he get Shaq? How? Oh, man. This is the fucking Don. Pat Riley is the Don, bro.
Fucking Don.
He's the fucking guy. Somebody, I forgot who said it. I wish I could remember shit, but somebody, one of our friends of the podcast, whatever. He was like that. It's just amazing. I forgot. I lost my train of thought, man. It's just like, how the hell does he do this all the time?
It's Pat Riley, man. It's a good organization, good weather. No state tax.
The weather and the state tax does not get you Shaq and Alonzo Mourning. And he had Alonzo Mourning and Shaq on the same team.
With D Wade. D Wade will get you Shaq.
D Wade was on his rookie contract.
Yeah, D Wade averaged 27 in his second year.
And nobody, Dwayne Wade almost didn't make it to the lottery. He made it to the lottery because of his play in the postseason that year. You know what I'm saying? And then Miami chose him higher than most people thought he would go, because he was doing really. He was like Donovan Mitchell, which is I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Now, they just almost made it to the finals, and who's available? The best shooting guard in the league. I don't know if you want to say top 5 shooting guard in the NBA. Maybe even top 3. Donovan Mitchell is dangling. Everybody's talking about, the Knicks should get him. How? But you want to talk about a player, Tyler Hero. He wants to start, right?
Yeah.
He could start on Utah, and you already know the complexion over there. Utah love their Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? They always try to get somebody, whatever. So I mean, getting a star shooting guard over there, Tyler Hero. No disrespect. But I'm just saying, Tyler Hero over there, he probably would be a 20-point a game scorer if they gave him minutes.
Tyler Hero, man, he's an interesting name to me. I mean, I know Miami will do it. That's what's funny. Like, whatever Utah want, I know Miami will do it. And if I'm Miami, I'm doing it. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I got Bam and I got Jimmy Butler. And whatever they. But here's my thing. I'm Utah, and I'm sitting at the table. And if Miami try to give me Tyler Hero, Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, and 2 first-round picks, I'm hanging up the phone.
Are you crazy? Hanging
up the phone.
That's a whole starting lineup almost there. Gabe Vincent is a good player, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Duncan Robinson is a good player.
He's not even getting minutes right now. He cannot defend.
It don't matter. That's how Miami played. They pay dues, and if they change their mind, that's it.
Somebody got to get fired. Utah accept that trade, somebody going to get fired.
And you said 2 first-round picks?
2 first-round picks? That's enough to get Hero? That's enough to get Donovan Mitchell?
Listen, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, right? People are not going to like what I'm going to say right now, but everyone was comparing RJ to Tyler Hero, okay? Listen, Tyler Hero's playing on a winning team. If he was on the Knicks, he would be averaging just the same, or if not more than RJ Barrett right now, okay? Let's be real. But on a losing team, Knicks we still wouldn't be winning. Or then again, we might actually be winning. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But RJ and Tyler Hero are on the same plane. RJ is not 10 times better than Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero needs to guard the other team's best player. He needs to stop coming off the bench first. Then we can have that conversation.
Listen,
We can
Tyler Hero played for the Miami Heat,
okay,
and went deep in the playoffs and had big games and all of this. Okay,
he ain't had no big games these playoffs.
hey, he's done it before. But you know how many big games? How many big games has RJ had?
I can't talk about playoffs. We already know what happened with that.
Yeah, but they're the same age. Not same age, but same rookie scale deal contract thing. You know, they're in the same level. They're peers in the NBA.
Hero guards the other team's best player, and he stops coming off the bench. We can have that conversation.
Yeah, but he could guard the best player and all this and the other. But if Tyler Hero was on the Knicks, he would average 20 points a game too. If RJ Barrett was on Miami, he would be coming off the bench.
I don't know about that.
Who is RJ Barrett starting over in Miami?
Who's the wing next to Jimmy Butler?
Well, whoever it is, I'm not gonna say who it is, but whoever it is, they're not gonna start over RJ Barrett's not starting over them.
Bro, who did you see? They started Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry in the backcourt.
Yeah, they started Gabe Vincent. I think Gabe Vincent would play over RJ based off of what the Miami Heat do because they want to win.
Nah, you drunk.
They benched Duncan Robinson. They benched Duncan Robinson. You can laugh. Listen, I'm over exaggerating. I'm over exaggerating a lot, just for the simple fact to put it out there that Tyler Hero and RJ Barrett are on the same level. Regardless if you want to keep talking about defend the best player, they're not winning in New York, and we have enough talent here to do it. We're not winning in New York.
It's a team sport.
Come on, we have enough talent on our team to make the playoffs. I'm not saying to be in the NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? We have enough talent. But anyway, that's drawn out. That's drawn out. I'm just saying. Hero, listen, the Knicks the Knicks fans don't want to put RJ Barrett in the trade for Utah. Hell no.
I'm good.
You know? Yeah, I could be on crack, right? But everybody says, hell no, I ain't put RJ Barrett in no trade for Donovan Mitchell. Are you crazy? Right? So then how the fuck are we getting Donovan Mitchell?
So you asking me?
No, I'm saying just people in out there, like my man, you highlighted Big Shiesty. How the hell are we getting Donovan Mitchell if we don't put RJ Barrett in the trade?
So the shit that kills me, right? So you gave me a great rebuttal. You said Utah take Hero, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, 2 first-round picks for Donovan Mitchell. If Utah take that bum-ass trade, somebody needs to be fired. Now, as far as the Knicks is concerned, right? If the Knicks can't beat out that deal, that specific deal.
Okay, so beat it. Beat it.
I'm giving you 2010 and 5. I'm giving you quickly. Don't get no. That's
the worst 2010 and 5 you ever seen in your life. It's meaningless stats. It's meaningless stats.
But we gotta be nice, Eru. It's not for that narrative right now.
That's the only reason why, because I don't even believe what I'm saying. That's the thing. I don't even believe what I'm saying. But just to make the argument, you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna just say lies just because like you like one person more than the next. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
you know what I'm saying. I don't even believe myself. But it's just the argument. Just to have the argument.
So, not just for me. If I'm giving them Randall, I'm giving you. Damn, that's tough, y'all.
But you can't though because Donovan Mitchell and Randall make the same money, so you can't say I'm gonna give you Julius Randle. I'm gonna give you this guy, this guy.
Makes less.
Because it don't, huh?
Randall makes less.
How much less, man? You talking about $3 million left?
Nah, he makes. I think $9 million less.
Nope.
Makes $9 million less. Nope. Donovan Mitchell is $29 million. Randall contract next season, I believe, goes up to 21. So it's probably like $8 million.
No, it's not. It's not. That's wrong.
You want to? We could check it.
Yeah.
I think it's $8 million. I think it's $8 million less.
Not $8 million less. That's got to be wrong. Absolutely wrong. Because I mean, his first contract, he was making that much. He's on a new contract. So now we got a fact check.
It depends on when when the contract kick in.
It kicks in next year. God damn it! See, now we got to do all this research now.
So Donovan Mitchell makes $30 million. Hold on. Let me see right here. I didn't even type in the right thing.
Listen, Julius Randle makes $23 million next year. Okay, cool. 25, 27, 29. Okay, I'm wrong then. $23 million. So we're talking about what's that? 29 and was that 6 million? Okay, so who we add into this deal to make it work? Julius Randle and who else?
Giving them quickly. I'm so sorry, quickly, but you gotta go, bro. They want Reddish too. They can have Reddish, and I give them the 11 pick. Now, if that's not a better deal than what Miami want, then Miami can have them. I'll be honest with you.
But from Utah's perspective, would Utah do that? They're gonna have Julius Randle and they're gonna have another big man in up front there, with no point guard really. You know, they're gonna have Jordan Clarkson. That's decent to me. That's decent. But would they do that?
It depends. It depends. How much do you love 2010 and 5, and how much do you love quickly? How much do you love Reddish, and how much do you love the 11 pick? With all that Miami giving up Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Gabe Vincent, and 2 first-round picks for Donovan Mitchell, and the Knicks can't beat Miami out for that deal. It just comes down to, if he want to go to Miami, if he want to go to the nice weather, or he want to come home to New York. I think that's what it probably come down to.
Well, here's the thing too. Like this is like a Melo thing situation too. Because I mean, once Donovan Mitchell gets here, who's playing with him? RJ.
Now, in my deal, you still got Quinn Grimes, you still got Obi, you still got Mitch. That's not enough.
It's not enough.
You got to build. You're right. You got to build a team. It's not enough. So it depends on who the free agency is. You play that role, because it's going to be guys who are going to want to come play in now. People going to want to come play in.
But how do we do that if we capped out?
We got the MLE. That's 11 million.
Yeah, a star player is going to come for 11 million.
Can Melo come home? You could build a team real quick, bro. I could build a team in like 10 seconds, bro. It might sound disgusting.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna be on for like another hour or so. So 10 seconds, go.
So I was signed Melo.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm re-signing Mitch.
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. And I'm signing Drummond.
So you signed Mitch and Drummond? So Donovan Mitchell got to drop 30 a game in order for us to even crack the 100.
RJ Barrett got to show up. And Obi got to show up. He
like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker, they do.
Like a mother. They gotta show up.
Well, listen. If Miami gets Donovan Mitchell for that deal, how do you match up against them? You got Donovan Mitchell in his prime. Jimmy Butler could be Batman. You still got Adebayo over there.
I don't get it. I don't care about Adebayo trash. I got Mitchell Robinson. I don't care about him.
Yeah, but Adebayo's a third string guy.
Huh?
Adebayo's a third string guy now.
That's cool and all. I trust in 24-year-old Mitchell Robinson. Jimmy Butler. RJ Barrett already gave him 46.
But Adebayo made an all-star team. You got to put some respect on the dude's name.
Adebayo he tight poop. Let's stop the madness.
Yeah, but Mitchell Robinson never did none of that. But this guy has been in the all-star and stuff.
Can you give me a team and a functional offense? Can we start there?
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson stats. Oh my God, man!
You just had a rant on Pat Riley. You just had a whole rant.
Yeah, but if you sub out like Adebayo for Mitchell Robinson, Mitchell Robinson is going to be Adebayo, and then Adebayo is going to turn to Mitchell Robinson.
Why are we doing that? Avery?
No, but that's what you said, though. Isn't that what you said?
But then don't kids grow up different? Yeah, 8-year-old ain't like your 6-year-old. No, don't shit me down. Don't shit me, bro.
Yeah, would you trade Obi for Mitch? straight up. Not Obi, Adebayo for Mitch, straight up.
Nah, Adebayo is better than Mitch. We both know that. I'm sure I'm gonna have respect. I know I talk.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say you got to give the dude some respect, and but you're gonna say no respect and then give him respect at the same time.
But at the same time, I have respect for a 24-year-old Mitchell Robinson, and I believe in him, and I believe that we're going to make the playoffs next year, and those two will be matched up in the playoffs, and I believe Mitchell Robinson will shut that man down. That is a fact. That is my belief in Mitchell Robinson. He's canceled out. Jimmy Butler, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, 22 years old, and I got I think I got $100 bet. One of my coworkers, he making the All-Star team next season. So that you already know what my stock is already in him. So him and Jimmy Butler gonna be 34 years old. How much longer can he keep this up? I don't know.
One more time. He just got to do it one more time.
I hear you. When you watch them young boys, Jaylen Brown and them boys run up on him, he ain't look this. He was scoring, but them boys was giving him buckets. So I think RJ cancel him out. Now the X factor, Donovan Mitchell. I'm not scared of Donovan.
I'm not scared of Donovan either. But if you put Donovan Mitchell on Miami Heat with the team, because you just said it was a team sport, you put that team together, they're a good team.
That's a damn good team.
And if you want to talk about mid-level exemption and things like that, Miami Heat are in win now mode. So I'm going if I had a choice to go with to the Knicks and with the hope, like Jesse Jackson is running the team, keep hope alive on Knicks, or go to Miami Heat. I don't know. I think I might go to Miami Heat.
It depends because Jimmy Butler 34, right? How long is he gonna last? We already know he got injuries. Bam Adebayo, listen, that's just Bam Adebayo. He ain't no Karl Anthony Towns. He's Bam Adebayo. So it depends on how he feel. I feel like the Knicks will have a more sustainable nucleus around him where he can have sustainable winning. And by the time, and he don't got to worry about, is RJ Barrett getting old? Is Mitch getting old? No, them boys is prime right now. I'm right. Me personally, I would love for Donovan Mitchell to come in, but in my heart of hearts, I think he might be in Miami because I know for sure Pat Riley will do that deal, and I think the Knicks will not. Matter of fact, I know for a fact they will not include RJ Barrett in no Donovan Mitchell trade because it's going to be too much blowback, too much media piling on. You third overall pick. The fan, it's too much stuff behind that. Now, if you're going to trade them other boys, Miami only giving up 2 first-round picks. I'm willing to give up 3, 4, if that's the case. We got the ammo. I mean, so listen, man. I think the Knicks can beat Miami out for an offer for Donovan Mitchell. Now that's on Leon Rose's desk. That's business behind closed doors. That's sealing the deal. That's
what I'm getting at too. That we hired Leon Rose. Leon Rose, he got to make his money. Pat Riley. I got an article up here. This is an actual real article here. When the Knicks first hired Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? So this is to me, this is incredible. This is like an actual thing. You can read it right there. It was only a blip too. It's a nice title, but it's only like maybe like 4 or 5 paragraphs long. Dave Checkets and stuff like that. This is show you the respect that they gave the Knicks at that time. And the Knicks were box office sports during the time then. But I mean, we don't got Pat Riley. We got Leon Rose. So Leon Rose got to make his money, man. We got him for a reason, so we should be able to put Donovan Mitchell in the bag, in an overnight. You know what I'm saying? The overnight bag and put him in the overhead compartment. He should be a Knick next year.
Everybody sealing deals but Leon Rose. He want to seal a deal with Evan Fournier, and then wonder why fans is pissed off and everybody cursing each other out. You're not bringing us enough talent, clown. Yeah, 60. That black man left him with $74 million. In cap space, RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. And the best you got for me is Alec fucking Burks and Tom Thibodeau. But man, Leon Roy,
Kemba Walker too,
Yeah, Kemba Walker.
Well, Well, I mean, it's progressive, man. Because like I said, we was getting Moody Eye and we was getting all these bums in the beginning, and we graduated to Bullock and we graduated to Alfred. Now we graduated to Fournier and Kemba Walker. So hopefully next year we get Donovan Mitchell. Progression, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to believe. You right? You believe so much in all these young guys, and they're gonna do so well in the future. So you got to believe in the front office. You start little, and then we just keep getting better and better and better every year.
Yo, I swear to God, I think Nerlens is still in that hospital bed, bro. I think he has not left that hospital bed, bro. I don't know. We'll see soon, man.
Yeah, he might be there. You're not at work today, so you can't identify the body.
Oh man, nah. It's a hypothetical though. To talk about Donovan Mitchell, because shit, we could be sitting here talking about Zion Williamson or goddamn day, but we got who we got, and we just trying to get better, man.
All right, so is it time to annoy you yet? I'm already annoying you. I'm just like picking on you. I'm trying to go crazy on you.
Nah, you have not got under my skin yet. But
all right, let's just go for it. Let's look at the highlight there, and then look at the picture.
What the fuck is that, bro? 120 million. Why that look like Gordon Hayward, man? What? Oh my god.
Go ahead. It gets better. Oh, it gets better. I'll just scroll down. You don't got to read all that stuff. Just all you got to do is see is what was in the middle of the screen right there. Can you see it? It says Knicks received Gordon Hayward, pick number 13 and 15, and the Hornets received number 11, Fournier, Mitchell Robinson, and Kemba Walker.
Hold up. Hold up.
It's actually not that bad, right? Shout out to heavy.com. This is an article from heavy.com. Let me shout out the writer too.
That's what
this is Jack Simone from heavy.com.
Damn, man, why you gotta put me in these situations, man? The fuck, man?
Yeah, shout out to Flyboy. Flyboy's upset. Hey, that's what. If you're not watching the podcast and not crying and not laughing and not wanting to curse or kill the motherfucker, then you're not watching the right podcast. You know what I'm saying? You watch me and State or watch me by myself. You're gonna hear me say a bunch of wild stuff. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry, and you're gonna want to kill a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
For me, at first glance. I say yes in my head. At first glance, I say yes. The reason why I say yes is because it depends on how the draft shake out. So let's say if a guy falls that the Knicks like, they could get their guy at 13 and they could get another guy at 15, and then you reset two positions that you need to pay for another 3 seasons. And then you could save some cap space. So that's a move where you're re-signing. So in that move, you're re-signing RJ Barrett to a long-term deal. And I guess now you got Gordon Hayward, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett as your starting 4 with Emmanuel Quickly. Who's your starting center, though? Mo Bamba. Okay, I just made a basketball team.
It's not bad. It's not horrible either, man.
I mean, he made a glass. That's the one thing. The second thing is he's like a weirdo. Not a leader. I don't connect with Gordon Hayward.
What does that mean?
I didn't see so. I look at other
Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Eminem. People don't like Eminem because they can't connect with him killing his mother.
It's not even that. I see. I'm on Twitter, so I see like how fans on other teams react to vets on their teams and stuff like that. So the Hornets fans, when it came to Gordon Hayward specifically, they was like, "Yo, he too quiet." He don't never say nothing. He don't never like, talk to the young boys. And then his young boys on his team, they be having women issues. They all in the public, and it's bad stuff going on. So like, how much is a leader is he? Like, does he connect up with guys?
A basketball leader has to lead on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if guys are sticking their fingers in their stuff in different holes they shouldn't be sticking in it. You know? It's about the basketball.
I
You
mean,
know?
he's cool, but he's cool. Who now? Here's the kicker. Who we got at 13 and 15? We got Jalen Durant and Jaden Hardy.
Well, no, but why does it have to end there? Why does it have to start and end with those two guys? We can take 13 because we had 11, right? We could take 13 and 15 and sweeten the pot to get a Donovan Mitchell. Or maybe it doesn't have to be Donovan Mitchell. It could be something else. It could be a different trade. Because now you just added way more assets and stuff. Now, Julius Randle, do you want Julius Randle as your power forward with Gordon Hayward there? Or are you going to do that small ball shit like everybody wants to do and make Gordon Hayward, power forward or whatever the hell you want to say?
I think Obi would be a better fit for Gordon Hayward.
Right.
Obi would be a way better fit.
Well, there you go. Yeah, Obi and Gordon Hayward would definitely be a nice little tandem together. I can see that. I can see the space. It's nice and spaced out now.
But why don't the Hornets take Randall?
They could. This is just somebody's opinion.
I know the reason why they put Mitchell Robinson in. Hornets need a big, like, obviously. But why the hell the Knicks then fucking keep Mitchell Robinson? See, that's the question. Like, it's now the questions come with questions after the questions.
Well, leave it like this though. Mitchell Robinson is a free agent, so he can go where he wants to go. He don't have to go to Charlotte.
You know what
I'm saying? So take him out of there. Kemba Walker, he's just a throw-in at this point. So Evan Fournier's there. It might not be that. Maybe it could be Julius Randle. We've been talking about Julius Randle to Charlotte for the longest for Scary Terry and stuff, man. So Julius in this deal for Gordon Hayward would work.
Wait,
they do need a power forward.
Hold up. Stop right there. You say you heard the name you just said?
What's that?
Scary Terry?
Yeah.
Why we can't get him? They got LaMelo.
Yeah, they got LaMelo, but LaMelo's like 6 foot something, and Scary Terry's like 6 foot, I think 6'1" or something like that. So I mean, they can split defense. One guy can guard point guards, the other guy can guard shooting guards. So it works for them over there.
LaMelo is a point guard.
But he could play point guard, but he don't have to guard the other team's point guard.
True.
Terry could do that.
But he doesn't need Terry, and Terry don't need LaMelo. I'm just saying. Now, one deal I think I would do. I don't know if Charlotte would do it. If I could get Terry Rozier, I don't want Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier, but I'll take them both. And then in the 13th pick, if they trying to swap, and I'll give them Randall and Mitch, or something like that. It depends on what they're trying to do. We know they need a big though, so Mitchell Robinson is like he's number one on everybody's list, but the Knicks, I think. It is crazy, like. But both teams in the finals don't sport 7-footers.
Yeah, so right? I mean, I don't think anybody's looking for Mitchell Robinson, to say the truth.
I think teams are looking for him, but I think it's specific teams, like a team like the Hornets.
Money too. They're not going to give him 15. Teams are not saying, "Hey, let's give Mitchell Robinson 15 mil." I don't think teams are doing that.
I think he's worth that to the Hornets. That's a fact. They had one of the worst defenses in the league. They couldn't rebound. They couldn't get stops. You get him with LaMelo Ball. I think he's worth 15 to them. That is a fact. Like as far as what they're missing, he's what they're missing. The Pistons, Mitch is what they're missing. They don't need a power forward. The Hornets, I think that is very true. I think Miles Bridges play power forward, but at the same time, did you really want him at power forward? I kind of want him at small forward. Try to tell him to slim his ass down, right?
Well,
And
he's decent weight though. You know him at his weight now. You know he
he
plays good at his
is, but he he needs to he needs to slim up so he can move quicker, so he can play small forward. I don't think you could play him at power forward long term. You do him a disservice like that. I would like
weight.
for him to be on the perimeter more.
Well, if you get rid of Gordon Hayward, then you could slide him over there. I don't think it would be such like it would be so crazy to slide the Michael dude over there. I don't think it would be so crazy for him to do that. Slide over to the three.
True. So bricks. I'm glad you just jumped in. You know how you just jump in with no context, right? The Hornets need a center, brother. So obviously that's the reason why Mitchell Robinson is up there. Also, Kemba Walker used to play for the Hornets, and he could back up LaMelo Ball at point guard. So that's the reason why Kemba Walker's there. Evan Fournier is there because obviously they're going to need a shooter, and they need to fill salary. So that's the reason why Evan Fournier is there. The 11th pick is there because, we're getting the 13th pick and the 15th pick. So that's the reason why. Mitch is an unrestricted free agent, but the Knicks could pay him the most money, and we can sign and trade Mitch. So Mitch can dictate where he wants to go, and the Knicks can oblige by doing a sign and trade. And I think that's what the Knicks would do if he decides to walk. But I'm under the premise that we will be keeping Mitch. So it's a wait and see.
When it comes to reducing.
Well, I mean, a team like Charlotte, right? Like Miles Bridges, he could play power forward. Then you got what's his name? They still got Kelly Oubre there, so I mean they could upgrade Kelly Oubre to the starting three. It's not that necessarily the best thing there. They do have Montrezl Harrell there. They have Mason Plumlee. That's a good tandem at center. They can get away with that. And then they got two good guards, LaMelo Ball and Rozier there. So I mean, they're a good team already. So what benefits them for making a trade like that for Gordon? They really just need to get rid of Gordon's contract. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's basically getting rid of Gordon's contract. You're trying to pay Miles Bridges. Also, you're trying to get a starting center. Actually, that's the real reason why.
I'm saying Miles Plumlee starting with Montrezl Harrell coming off the bench. That's not bad.
Horrible. They got destroyed on defense, and it was one of the worst defenses in the league. And Montrezl was unplayable at times. Word.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, he doesn't make much. He scores 11 points a game. Well, actually, you're right. In the playoffs, they didn't even play him. He was benched in the playoffs. So you're right about that. They do need a center. They do need a center. I can't say nothing about that.
So,
but
I thought it was.
Yeah.
So, Terry Rozier, Trez. I gotta see the contracts on the Hornets, and then I can have a better understanding of trades on its roster. Because if you could get any combination, because Trez is a goon. Trez gonna foul people hard. He gonna play hard. The only problem is he cannot. I don't think he could defend in space. I think that's why teams always attack him on the offensive side of the ball in the playoffs. And also he's not really a floor spacer like that. So it's kind of tough.
Well, Gordon Hayward makes $30 million, man. That shit is crazy. Him breaking his ankle, man. That was horrific. Jesus. Man.
Breaking my balls, 34. But you see when that year ends, right?
Yeah. That's a good year.
That's a good year. A good year to have at least $40 million in cap space. That is a great year. But you also see now the Terry Rozier. Now, if you get a guy like Terry Rozier, you're committing to him long term. That's done deal because his contract doesn't.
Holy cow! Would they sign him to a 7-year contract?
I don't even know, but Jesus Christ. So
1, 2, 3. He still got 4 more years on that thing.
Mm-hmm. So you see how Miles Bridges' contract has ended. He's going to get paid. So they're going to want to move Gordon Hayward in order to, give him that bread. So,
wow, man. So I mean,
yeah, I don't think I want Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier. Matter of fact, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
I'll take Kelly Oubre though.
Oh snap! Those are some disgusting contracts. Not for nothing. The Knicks are who they are, but we don't have this. We don't have $30 million just going to nowhere, and we don't have Terry Rozier signed for 27 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, and that's the crazy thing. We all know Tibbs loves Gordon Hayward. It's well reported.
Knicks almost got him, right? Weren't we trying to get him?
Yes, and Bricks Nation. Remember when Leon Rose offered Gordon Hayward $78 million for 3 years? He was close to signing, but MJ saved us. MJ did save us, but he didn't save us. The motherfuckers went and turned around and let Alec Burks and Evan Fournier start for a season. I almost lost my mind. I was losing my hairline. So he saved us, but he didn't save us. So I'd rather, I would have preferred to have Gordon Hayward or RJ Barrett.
Gordon Hayward's 32. Whoa.
Damn, I'm getting old. I'll be forgetting Thomas. God damn.
You washed up, man. If you was on the Knicks, I would trade you for 2 second-round draft picks.
God damn.
Out of here, man. Play the kids.
Oh, man. But that's talent acquisition mode. That's the 2000 to 2010 Knick logic. But in this case, for this roster, I would accept Gordon Hayward because when he plays, you know what you're going to get. And at the same time, you get a guy like Gordon Hayward. Another Tibbs guy is Montrezl Harrell, but I know he cannot defend in space, bro. That's the only thing. So if he come here, he going to have to really defend. But I know Montrezl Harrell is a goon. And that's my thing. I want some goons in here. I want some guys who foul hard, push people around. A guy who's going to push Mitch around in practice. Curse him out. Call him the little homie. Well, I want to say a whole bunch of other things, but we're doing a live stream right now. Well, Gordon Hayward with Trash for a season, I'll take that. Gordon Hayward contract ends 2024. But see, if I'm taking that deal, listen, I love the Hornets, man, but I don't know if I'm giving up the 11th pick, man. Y'all might have to be giving me the 13th pick. Y'all can keep y'all 15th pick, and y'all can have a nice fucking day.
Because I mean, that $30 million that changes the whole conversation right there.
Yes.
on paper, if the contracts weren't something to consider, then that wouldn't be such a big deal, But well, I mean, it was Fournier. We were talking about Fournier and Kemba. That's 19. Well, that's like 30. That's basically $30 million right there. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's crazy. I don't know. One thing the Knicks need to do, we need to consolidate on the roster. So if you can figure out a player that we can get just to put 2 players together, turning Fournier and Walker into Gordon Hayward.
You got better.
we got a small forward over here. We top in at the power forward. You know what I'm saying? RJ at the 2.
I'm starting RJ, Cam, and Gordon Hayward.
RJ, Cam, and Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, bro. That's my starting. That I don't care about point guard right now.
Oh, you just no point guard. The hell with the point guard.
Because Gordon Hayward is a vet who can play on or off ball. RJ Barrett can play on or off ball.
So Tibbs is your favorite point guard. Tibbs is your favorite coach that I'm talking about.
Who, Tibbs?
Yeah, because you don't care about the point guard. You're gonna have Gordon Hayward run the point because Gordon Hayward, in his prime, my man was averaging what 5 assists per game, 4. He could run the point easy, no problem.
In today's NBA, they don't necessarily run a point guard. A point guard is not a traditional position. That's what the coach said, right? All right, motherfucker. Show me next season.
He did say that.
I mean, give me Tibbs, man. But the reason why you play a lineup like that, let's say if you go against the Boston Celtics, now Marcus Smart got a pick, but here's the X factor: Cam Reddish. Is you in the gym? Is you working on your game? Are you bringing Tibbs his coffee in the morning? Is you rubbing Tibbs' feet? Are you making sure Tibbs see you in the gym shooting in front of his office? Is he seeing you do these things?
Listen, State. When you go to work, right?
Yeah.
Right? Do you do that stuff? For in your scenario, do you do that stuff when you get to work?
Fuck them. I put in my pain already. I'm a vet now. I'm like Taj Gibson. Fuck it.
Yeah. And my current job, man, I put in 4 times as much time as you did, man. You know what I'm saying?
You good.
You know what that gets me? Nothing. It doesn't get me nothing. Okay?
It gets me nothing neither. Listen, I don't ass kiss at work at all. So I just tell
the jobs that we have, there's no use. There's no use ass kissing. It's like fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the union. I'm in the union. Suck my dick. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk to my union delegate, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But the NBA is kind of the same thing too, because they got the Players Association and all that too. So Cam Reddish, he could just get his money. Contract years. That's a big thing too. Contract years. Cam is in his contract year, so this the chances of these guys really playing well, going into their contract year is very high. So we'll see.
Yo, man, and then you could get extra freaky with it if you trade with the Hornets, because now, let's say if I'm in my dream scenario, let's say we do that trade, right? The Gordon Hayward trade, right? I'm calling Orlando. I'm like, yo, what you want for Cole Anthony? Because you got something.
Pick, after we get that second pick, we give the 15th pick away for Cole Anthony.
I give him a first rounder for Cole, because they got subs. You're gonna play 2 small guards in the backcourt. What are these teams doing? What are you doing picking 2 straight guards back to back in the lottery? 2 small guards at that. So I would try to call them and see what's up. But I like this trade. I mean, you got more. I thought you thought I was gonna say no to this.
I thought me and you was gonna have to go meet up somewhere and go to this air it out with each other.
Nah.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Hell no, that's low key an upgrade. I just don't like that 11th pick right there. If we could get that 13th and 15th and had an 11th pick, then now we talking sexy now. That shit I want to hear, because now you could get into some conversations, right? Because I could offer the 11th pick, the 13th pick, and the 15th pick.
Nice.
How high can I get? Can I get the 7? Can I get the 6?
Yeah, but aside from that, like, we have a lot of vets, and the Sesame Street word of the day. That's actually the Pee Wee Herman word of the day. Pee Wee Herman word of the day. If for those that are old enough to remember Pee Wee Herman, we said the word of the day. He said today, a good word, consolidation. I think we're gonna make that part of the show now, man. Secret word of the day: consolidation.
Oh man, gotta consolidate. So that's a trade where you consolidate. You basically open up minutes for Reddish and Quentin Grimes. So there's no excuses for those 2 motherfuckers anymore. No, it's on Tibbs now. You love Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward, one of your guys, right? Tibbs, you love him, right? So you love Quentin Grimes. Do you love Reddish now? That's my thing. Do he love Reddish? I need Mark Berman to give me some scoop on that, man, because I ain't like that shit.
I'm just gonna talk about something else now. You're younger than me, right? So in conversation from guys at work and hanging out and stuff and TV and stuff like that, when did it become socially acceptable for everyone to be like, "I love you, bro. I love you. Yo, I love you, man. I love you." What the fuck is that? When the hell did that happen? The dudes would just be like, "Yo, I love you, bro." You know what I'm saying? When does that become socially acceptable? Because whenever somebody says that to me, I'll be like, "Well, I don't love you. I don't love you." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I guess that's from where you from, man. When somebody do a great favor for you, or you on your last You on your last leg?
No, but people are just saying that, like, just in conversation. Like, hey, man, nice meeting you, man. I love you, bro. Like, what?
Oh,
Like,
nah.
yo, you just met me tonight at the bar. You tell me, yo, I love you, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't love no man. No, I don't. I'm. You know, I love my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that random "I love you, bro" stuff.
Yeah, but
Well,
I say I love you to my dad. You know, if I haven't seen him in a while, you know. But if I talk to him like 3 days in a row, I ain't gonna say I love you each time. You know, I might say it like, you know, the first time I haven't spoken to him in a
first
while.
time. That's
Yeah, after that, I'd be
awkward.
like, all right, yo, peace.
Yeah, I don't like telling my pops I love you.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
See you later, motherfucker.
My mom's is different, but my pops nah, man. You gotta get testosterone.
I'm just joking, man. But I mean, that is a thing, though. I mean, like even like the rappers and stuff. Like you do the research and stuff. Like say like a guy like Drake, just for instance, right? Say like Drake and whoever else is the hottest person now. Like I mean, the dude just came out a year ago, and I was like, yo, I love you, bro. Like, oh, that's my bro. I love him. Like how? How?
Oh man.
You know what it has to take for me to say I love you to another female? But dudes that say I love you just because they made a hot track for them? What the hell?
Yo, you see what you just started, Hero? Now you got the OGs. Yo. Now you got the OGs riled up.
But made a fourth. Yo, keep it a buck though. You know, there's been plenty of dudes throughout the history that have been wearing you know, purses and stuff like that. Check out yo. I'm gonna just say a couple names.
Prince had grown women crying.
He had grown men crying, fucking ass cheeks hanging out the thing. They told me, "Woo, Prince is my favorite artist." Yeah. Shout out to I Am Jarrell if he's still watching.
Jackson had grown men crying. You watched that documentary?
Yeah, men were going, oh.
So imagine what women do.
Yo, freaking the Furious Five, what do you Melly Mel? You ever seen them guys? Those guys were making hit records back in the days, and they were wearing all kind of wild shit.
You know? MC Hammer,
Hammer pants with his freaking sausages swinging around in that damn thing. What the hell?
Yeah, he'll pull a gun out on you too.
He had a whole block out.
Oh man, no Prince. No Prince slander. No Prince slander here. R.P. Prince, man.
Yeah, Prince. Prince was a ball player too, man. You know what I'm saying? So
the Chappelle Show. Yo, I still remember that episode. He's like pancakes. I had to look it up to see if it was real.
Yo, mad people already had done said that it was true. The people that were actually in the game, they all said, "Yo, that shit happened. That like literally really happened." But he was nice though. They say he was mad nice, but he just liked his guitar more than the basketball.
Yeah, how you bust your ass and they say, "Yo, bro, you want pancakes, bro?"
You want pancakes?
Oh man, Dyson Daniels. I don't think we're gonna get Dyson Daniels. I think Dyson Daniels is gonna be this year's Patrick Williams. I think he's gonna go top 7. But it's another trade that I seen. You have more trades? Because I seen a trade that I seen, and it was with the Sacramento Kings, and it was actually with Harrison Barnes in the 4th pick.
I saw that one. Yeah. What was what were we giving up for that?
The state trade. You just gonna label it the state trade.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes is always linked to us, but Harrison Barnes is like in the same boat as Gordon Hayward too, man. Right?
I disagree with that.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about they're the same age and they get like basically kind of similar stats.
So for me, with Harrison Barnes, one, he's an NBA champion. So you can never look, he laughed. He's an NBA champion.
He was a rookie, I think, right? A rookie or a second-year player?
Still an NBA champion.
Yo, Greg, do you know who Greg Kite is?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a ride. Okay. Through the NBA you know, yeah, I don't know. He goes Harrison Barnes stats here, man. Okay. 9, 9, 10, 11. I think he scored 11 and they won the championship then, and then they got rid of him. All right, 19 Dallas, 18 Dallas, 16, 17, 14,
Yeah,
that's RJ Barrett numbers.
yeah, 39% from three though. That 3-point percentage though. You see that 3-point percentage is lethal.
He's not 6'10. They got him listed as 6'8. Shout out to who said that? Shout out to May the 4th. Greg Kite. You want to talk about NBA champion? Greg Kite is an NBA champion, okay? He's played with Shaq. He's played with Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you giving me Lou Almondson vibes.
Lou Almondson will bust Greg Kite's ass. Okay, how about that? He's a 2-time NBA champ. Look at this guy's stats. Put up look how many years he played in the NBA. Number one, he played till he was 33. He played for damn near every NBA team. He even played for the Knicks. He played for the Knicks in 94, 95. You know what I'm saying? He averaged. I think he averaged 5 points once.
Oh, Frank stats.
Yeah, basically the tall ass Frank. Pause. He was 7 feet tall. I think he might have averaged he averaged 6 rebounds once. Played 19 games.
Barnes is mid, but the pick is not mid. So if you get in the 4th pick with Harrison Barnes, how can you say no? I mean, that's just me. I'm not saying no to an NBA champion. That's just me. Harrison Barnes could defend multiple positions. He shoots damn near 40% from 3, so we ain't got to worry about shooting from him.
But an NBA champion that averaged like 9, 11 points.
He still got the experience though on a winning team. So maybe
he hasn't been close to that since.
The man has been in Sacramento, brother. Sacramento. If there's one team that's been worse than the Knicks the past 20 years, it's Sacramento. And what's sad, Sacramento had one of my favorite basketball teams of all time, the 2002 Kings. I love that team, bro.
Yeah.
Webb, Bobby Jackson, Bibby, Pager. Yo.
Vlade Divac,
Vlade. Oh my God, man.
Brad Miller. They had a bunch of guys on the team.
They had a bunch of guys, and they got cheated basically by the Lakers in the 4th quarter with 27 free throws. But that's neither here or there. That was a great Sacramento Kings team. And what have they done since then? If people want to talk about the Knicks fuck-ups past 20 years, the Kings literally have had all of their first-round picks between 2000 and 2010. They passed up on Damian Lillard in that draft. I believe they drafted Tyrese Thomas. They passed up on Booker. They passed up on Giannis. They passed up on a lot of guys too. Marvin Bagley, Luka.
But I mean, they went and got Sabonis and they got Fox over there. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe they're onto something.
Now, they're at the point where they're like
they have Hedo Turkoglu too. Yo, they had a stacked squad. Yes. Hedo Turkoglu went on to go to the finals with Dwight Howard and them cats. So they had a stacked squad over there.
And I think they had a young Gerald Wallace.
Yep, Gerald Wallace.
I think they had a young. Yup, you just mentioned it too. I think they had a young Gerald Wallace. They had a stacked team. They're one of my favorite teams of all time, man. And that team was nice and live 2002. One of my favorite teams.
NBA Live. Shout out to rest in peace to NBA Live.
Yeah. So the Kings has been terrible. So if I'm the Kings is like a year ahead in their rebuild, even though they lost a lot of games last season, than the Knicks. Because they got Sabonis, a guy who's 20-10, right? And they got a guy in Fox who's already shown in this league he could be a starting point guard. Now, with that 4th pick, I don't think you will want to wait for another guy to kind of develop with Sabonis and Fox.
But that 4th pick could be like a really big-time player, though.
It could, bro. It could, but when you haven't made the playoffs in 17 years, brother, you start to, that itch, man. So I think they would trade back. And that would be, how ironic would it be if Sabonis and Randall share in the front court together? Oh man.
It would be interesting, man. But I mean, let's say if like we were talking about Sacramento now. Let's say if they keep Harrison Barnes, they got De'Aaron Fox, they traded Buddy Hield, they traded Halliburton. You can't really look at this because half of these guys were traded. But I mean, they got Sabonis and this, that, and the other. So let's say if they was to add Panchero, you know what I'm saying, or if they was to add a Jaden Ivey to that squad. So Jaden Ivey and Fox together with Harrison Barnes and Sabonis.
That don't sound good.
That don't sound good to you?
Mm-mm. They don't need Ivy.
Fox and Jay, but they could draft them. They don't need them, but they could draft them though.
That's Sacramento King shit. They don't need. That's stupid. That's very stupid.
But check out what I said though. Fox is the point guard. Jaden Ivey coming into the league, and you got Sabonis and Harrison Barnes right there. That's the decent top four right there.
I don't like it. I don't like the fit.
I don't like the fit neither. But I'm just saying.
The fit with Ivy and Fox. I don't like that fit.
I don't like the fit with Harrison and Sabonis. That's not really a good mix in the front court either.
Yeah.
I think they like Sabonis at center.
I think they do too. I like Sabonis at center as well. So now they got to see who's the starting four. And Randall is just like Chris Webber. Sacramento's guy. Listening and watching. He's just like Chris Webber. I swear to God, he is. I swear he is.
they got rid of their Jason Kidd or their Mike Bibby. They traded Halliburton. So
stupid trade.
Yeah,
stupid trade. You don't trade Halliburton. You don't. But Obi. When we go back to that draft that Obi was in, he should have went top 4. But we're gonna talk soon next year. Year.
He should have been drafted in the second round his first year. In the second year, now he's top 4.
You get the what I've seen towards the end of the season, this past season, right, and games that he started this season, he should have been the 4th pick in his draft. Respectfully, you picked him over Patrick Williams. Respectfully, Denny, trash. Who was picked? Killian Hayes, trash. Who? Okoro, trash. You're picking Obi 4th in that draft. He starts.
I can't argue with that.
I'm telling you, if he starts next season, he gonna do some things, man.
What draft was he in? That was the 2020 draft.
Yeah.
You ain't lying. I can't argue with you. At least not yet. I think I'm done arguing with you. I was mad trying to snap on you earlier.
Nah. I think that Gordon Hayward trade got you defeated.
Also being wrong about the freaking contract too. That should calm me down a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right, man.
All right, so this is the actual draft here. So I mean, you see, Obi was drafted 5th. Obi, I mean, is that right? No,
it's not right. This is like a mock draft. But look at this draft. So Edwards went 1, right? Wiseman went 2. LaMelo Ball went 3. Are you picking Wiseman over Obi Toppin after what you seen Wiseman first 2 years and you barely seen him play? Questionable. I'm picking Obi. Patrick Williams. I'm picking Obi. Isaac Obi. Onyeka Okongwu, he trash. Throw him in the garbage. I'm picking Obi. Killian Hayes is doodle sauce. I'm picking Obi. What is that? Denny? He hot doodle. Jaden Smith, he doodle. Devin Vassell, okay, you could make that argument. He averaged 12 points last season. I think 4 rebounds. Whatever. I might pick Obi over him too. Now Halliburton, you got an argument. Now that's the guy who should have went top 3. If I'm looking at it correctly, he should have went 3rd. LaMelo should have went 2nd. Obi should have went 4th. So it depends. And then you got Cole Anthony. I forgot about Cole Anthony.
Yeah, Cole Anthony could go higher too. Probably 5th though. Would you draft him over Obi still?
Who? Cole?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh shit, Maxey too. You forgot about Maxey.
Oh, Maxey. Oh man.
So I mean, Obi probably still get drafted in the same spot.
It depends. It depends on what my team needs. Do I need a starting point guard right now, or do I need a starting 4?
Oh, there's another guy too. Was he in this draft? Sadiq Bey too. You got to give him respect too.
Yeah, he's tough. I'm drafting Sadiq over Obi. He's tough.
So I mean, Obi probably still be number 7.
He'll probably be 7, yeah, in the redraft, 6, 7, around that spot. It depends, but I know before 8 though. That's a fact. So
Jordan
listen,
Norwell. There was a couple of sleeper guys in this draft.
yeah,
I'm looking at it now.
yeah. There's a couple sleeper guys. Knicks got one too. You know, we got one too. Man, you fucking quickly, baby. we got one too. As long as he stopped playing like a goddamn idiot, that ball hogging BS he was doing last season.
Yeah. Quite a few guys. Theo Malden, there's a couple of really good guys that were drafted. That every year, nobody's really excited about it. Oh, it's only a top heavy draft, this and the other. But then once the years play out, then you really start to see who
Yeah,
fits in as time goes on.
yeah. That's why I'm banking on the kids from some like you just said. Got to bank on the kids, man. Them getting better, and we got a chance to also like build like a small market. Like I really like that Gordon Hayward trade, man. It's such a good trade. I know I can't keep every kid in town, so it's tough losing Mitch. But if you could just keep the 11th, have the 13th and the 15th, and then you open up rotational spots for your young guys because Hayward is not going to play 82 games, and you're basically that's a type of trade. You're basically saying to Emmanuel quickly, the job is yours. That's what you basically say.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, because up until this point, the Knicks have not made a blockbuster trade yet. Like under this management, so to ask them to make all these elaborate trades that we come up with, they have yet to do it. So we're kind of asking a lot from this franchise.
Not really. It depends. We asking a lot from them when it comes to getting us a fucking functional rotation on the court. I think we're asking Tibbs a lot from him, and
Yeah.
we're asking
Well,
a
not
little
for
bit.
nothing. Tom Thibodeau, we just asking him to just basically do your job. Mitchell Robinson too. I snap on you about Mitchell Robinson a lot, but I just basically when it comes down to, we both just want them to do their job. The money is where the argument comes from. But if you give Mitch Robinson decent money, what he's worth, not more than what he's worth. Not don't pay him on potential. Pay him what he's worth. Then he's worth keeping around. He's still a good basketball player. The guys just got to do their job.
But
You know.
but here's the thing: do guys in the locker room respect him? Because once he gets paid, I want him to be a leader. Like all that clownery BS that he was doing. I like when Mitch is angry. Games where he's angry, he looks pissed off visibly. He plays harder. I want that type of Mitch every game. Can he give me that?
Have you anybody to get money and start playing harder?
Yo,
Like
a lot of
just
these
in life,
dudes, a
regular
lot
life.
of these, bro. Not every NBA player is like Hassan Whiteside, bro. It just does not work like that.
Yeah, but not every NBA basketball player, ascends into greatness just because they got money.
No, that's true, but with more money comes more problems, comes more expectations, comes more pressure. You got to become great. If we going to pay him that type of money, I'm expecting. So we pay Mitch. I'm expecting a top 5 defense next season. Is that going to be on the coach or is that going to be on Mitch? It depends
Well,
on what my eyes see.
outside of coaching, each individual player, they have a job to do. They have a job to do. You have to play your game. Like either you're nice or you're not. You can't just play. Okay, under this coach, I did this, but under this coach, I did that. Like if you're nice, then that speaks for itself. If the coach make you do something else, you still nice. A coach could make you not nice, but we're talking about like lower level, like high school and that type of thing. But if you got the skills at the pro level and you were given, you've been doing it, all this time, a coach is not really going to make too much of a difference, really. A coach could either, yeah, that's wrong too. A coach could either make you or break you too. They can add to it. Like look at Doc Rivers for instance.
Yeah, it
Tell me about
depends.
Doc Rivers.
It depends. It depends on what type of narrative you're trying to spin at the moment. Like I could say, like somebody, if they try and be an a-hole real quick, they could say, well, did Doug Collins develop Michael Jordan? Like they can say some dumb nonsense like that.
But it's not too dumb because who was the coach that Jordan called for when he started the Wizards? When he was the part owner of the Wizards at that time, he went and called Doug Collins.
He went and called him. So it depends, yo. It depends, man. Is Tom Thibodeau? Is he developing RJ? Is he developing Mitch quickly? Obi?
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, one thing about Tom Thibodeau, who said that? What's the name? Adrian Griffin. They were doing the draft interview with AJ Griffin and stuff like that. He said the one thing Tom Thibodeau is gonna do is teach you how to be a pro. If you're being coached by Tom Thibodeau, you're gonna find out what being a pro is all about. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that Tom Thibodeau is gonna do. But outside of that, once you get your pros, it's X's and O's, man. He's the head coach now. He's not the assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with Tom Thibodeau. You really gotta. That's the main thing with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all this shit is fun. Yeah, I just gotta say, because a lot of people still like I see it on Twitter all the time that people say, "Oh man, stop talking about these things. Just let it happen. This, that, and the other." It's fun to talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Get your fucking misery out of here.
Yeah, I mean, this is our team. It's fun to have discussions about what could happen, what did happen, and this and the other. Learning our history, fact checking, and all this other shit, arguing with each other about stuff. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So like if you're just sitting there waiting for the team to bring you something, and then let me know when this happens, then you're not having fun. That's not it. You're not really a fan of the team. You're just like, okay, let me know when they start doing good, and then I'll come back. Like it's just not. You're not down with this.
Nah, man. It's like somebody who's a Miami Heat fan and a Knicks fan.
Or a Miami Heat fan one year, now they're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, now they're a Lakers fan. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why. LeBron James fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Just say, yo, I'm a fan of a player. I'm not a fan of a team. That's cool. But don't say, yeah, I'm a Miami for diehard Miami Heat. But then once your favorite player leaves, then you're not a fan of the team anymore. Come on, man. This is a whole different animal that we're a part of right now.
Listen, I'm used to greatness. So when people crap on RJ Barrett, like certain Knicks fans, it depends on what type of crap are you talking. Because when you are drafted third, you're supposed to be a superstar, Hall of Famer, right? And if you watched basketball between 2000 and 2010, you were spoiled. Because today's superstars ain't like those guys. Like, ain't no Paul Pierce running around, ain't no Ray Allen, ain't no Brandon Roy, ain't no Allen Iverson, ain't
Trace
no
McGrady and all those guys, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki. We was very, Tim Duncan. We was lucky to have a lot of those guys, man. There's a lot of big time stars during our era. Because between that era, it was like a little low because during Jordan's era, he did have his peoples too. He had Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, and all those guys. Shaq, Ewing, and go down the line. It was a different era. They had a lot of stars too, but there was a little transition where it wasn't as many. We were getting Anthony Mason in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit like that. Charles Oakley was in the All-Star game. That type of thing. John Starks, the bunch of guys that wouldn't normally make an All-Star team was making an All-Star team for like a little piece of time.
So when people crap on RJ Barrett, like, I can respect it. But my problem with that is, can we build a team? So now, we spoke about Jalen Brunson. 5-year, $125 million. At the beginning of this conversation, I think I said no. Now, in the middle, I'm kind of leaning towards it. I'm trying to win something here.
With Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, but it's like, what else do you got to lose? Are you doing a sign and trade with 30 for Brunson?
Well, Dallas is not doing it, though. But Dallas already said that they're not going to do a sign and trade for Jalen Brunson.
So then you would have to elite. Knicks don't have no cap space, and this is only on Rose. So now damn, you gotta go to the next option. Emmanuel quickly. That's the only guy
which isn't so bad.
It's not.
Because you're talking about building through the kids. So if quickly end up being a starting point guard, that's not. I mean, isn't that what we want? Like everybody can't be Chris Paul. They can't say, "Oh, we got a draft pick, Chris Paul." You know, it can't just be like, "Oh, we just got another shooting guard, Michael Jordan." Or Klay Thompson. Like Quentin Grimes, it's Klay Thompson. Like we can't we shouldn't put the bar so high. It's okay for them to be like a little less of a player. Everybody can't be that guy. Be that dude.
Yeah.
They can eventually grow to that, or like say like a player like Andre Miller, or like Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell, he's been in the playoffs almost every single team that he's been on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Sam Cassell, when you think of great point guards, people don't never usually mention Sam Cassell. I don't think Sam Cassell ever lost. I think he won every single year.
He was great to me.
The Nets.
He was great to me. Andre Miller was good too.
Yeah, but do those guys come out your mouth frequently? Pause?
No. Only real basketball purists know those names. People like really watch basketball.
Yeah, even back in the day, say like a dude. I'm gonna throw a name out. Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson won with the Supersonics. He was a leader in the Supersonics in 1979, and then he went to the Boston Celtics and won a couple chips with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game. Nobody ever talks about him. He's a forgotten player.
Yeah.
And he coached in the NBA.
Yeah. So, not everybody has to be great, but you do need some great players. But you do need great other players in order to win a chip. And like, for example, going back to that era, Dirk Nowitzki. One of the greatest championship runs I've ever seen. And I watched every single playoff game that year personally in 2011. The way that man took out the Lakers and took out OKC, you knew for sure somebody in the finals was losing. And his others played so well that it was just no way. He was unstoppable. Tyson Chandler was playing too well. Deshaun Stevenson was too much of a goon.
They locked in so hard that
year. Locked in. Sean Marion, bro. What? That's just 4 names, bro. Jason Terry, J. Kidd.
But that's so important too. Just all those names that you mentioned, like J. Kidd was like, well, J. Kidd was still giving you those assists, but J. Kidd was like 37. Fam. He was like 37 years old. Caron Butler was on the team. He was 30. Sean Marion was 32. They had Peja Stojakovic on that team that won the championship. Gordon Hayward. So I'm just throwing out these names because these are names that used to be scorers on other teams, but once it gets down towards the end of their career, now they kind of become like mediocre because they just got older. So we need that mix too. We guys like Jason Terry. Jason Terry was young, but like I'm saying, Caron Butler was 30. He averaged 15. Sean Marion averaged 12. Stojakovic, for all the 20-point game scorings that he did in his career, he averaged 8 that year. That type of stuff. So I mean, it's gonna take a lot. So I mean, I think the Knicks are on their way, man. So I mean,
it's a huge difference from having. All right, so I'm gonna give you 3 names, and I'm gonna give you 3 other names. It's a huge difference from having Evan Fournier, Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel, and then you have just 3 random names, 3 former All-Stars: Gordon Hayward, DeMarcus Cousins, John Wall. Like you hear the names and you're like, all right, that's collective talent right there. Like,
what's funny? We can get all 3 of those guys.
Oh my fucking god!
This offseason, we just in that trade that I posted earlier. We got Gordon Hayward in that trade. We could just sign Cousins because he done signed with every other team in the NBA but the Knicks. So we can get him. And what was the other one? John Wall. We can consolidate, right? Yeah, we can consolidate and get Gordon, John Wall. That could happen.
Oh God, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. But you do need vets though, and if the Knicks had vets, I would like some former All-Star vets, like actual players, like dudes who played before, like dudes who's been nice before. Like that sounds like a good nucleus to me. every team that usually win championships, they usually have like a good nucleus of players and a couple of all-stars on their team and players who got accolades on their teams um in the finals. Like the two teams in the finals right now, Celtics and the Warriors. Both teams got a defensive player of the year on their team. It's just the little stuff, like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Former all-stars. You got an MVP on one side. All defensive team.
No mother way, Russell.
My bad. You heard that?
Yeah.
My bad. Because I was trying to find that dude that was like, man, talking about Reggie Bullock. That shit had me crying when he was talking about that he was trash and all that. I got his page here, but I just can't find the exact video where he was like going hard on Dallas. I feel him, man.
Look, Reggie Bullock or Gordon Hayward, Alec Burks or Gordon Hayward, yeah, Evan Fournier or Gordon Hayward, like like little stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
we're close, man. Look at the Celtics. They got Al Horford. You know what I'm saying? They got a guy from the Celtics past. Marcus Smart. He already won a chip with them early on in their career. Did he win a chip with them? Marcus Smart.
Nah. They almost got to the finals, but LeBron was just too much LeBron.
Right. Yeah, but he's one of those guys from an old regime. You know what I'm saying? People know him and stuff. All that stuff. Well, who's the other team? It's the Celtics and look at the freaking Golden State. Klay Thompson is a shell of himself now. He's still Klay Thompson.
Still Klay. But you heard what Klay said about Andrew Wiggins. Makes his job easier. He don't got to fly around no more. Wiggins does the flying around. Klay can guard the other guy, the lesser guy on offense. You see how beautiful that is? Like, and then you still got Draymond.
Yeah.
So when you think, I think defensive leader, I think of Mitchell Robinson. But you got to start using this. Got to start using his mouth. Got to start talking.
Pause. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, there's a lot of development that the Knicks got to do, man. But we have to make. We saying we got to make the decision that Tom Thibodeau need to do that. Truth be told, the Knicks are just going to go into the offseason. We're just going to draft, and that's it. We're just going to draft, and I doubt we move anybody. Because we haven't done it yet. So if we do make a trade like that, like a big trade where we're removing contracts, man, that is going to be. It'll be the first time that we've done it. It'll be the first time that we've done it since KP.
Shit, we need to do one. We need to do some. It's like poking a stick at a dead body. Like, move. Yeah. We've been waiting about 2 years for these guys to move. They still haven't moved. I mean, I'm not really mad at it because they had got drunk off the almighty 4th seed. And, respectfully, you can't get drunk off making the 4th seed. And you could have Tibbs feeling himself like, I'm the coach of the year and nobody could tell me shit. And, then this year happens. And it was reported that 2 league staffers wanted Tibbs fired. And I believe those 2 league staffers was Brock Aller, World Wide West. So Tibbs is on thin ice next season. World Wide West is Leon Rose's mans. And I promise you, that black man is in Leon Rose's ear right now. Like, man, we got to do something about this Tibbs cat, man, soon, man. Because Tibbs, after... think of the line of defense. First is Randall. Once he's gone, who's the next up to get the target on his back? Tom Thibodeau. Boom. Once he's gone, who's the next target on their fucking back? Leon Rose. Now, when he's gone, the target on the back is going to go to RJ Barrett. But I don't think it will never get to that point because we've been through that in the past. I don't want to go through that again.
We just got to keep the forward movement. That's the only thing. Like when we look at the big story, everyone talks badly about Dolan, but people are gonna get to the point where they're gonna talk about Phil Jackson. When we do the 30 for 30 and the Knicks won like 5 championships straight, we do the 30 for 30. Years from now and stuff, they're gonna talk about that Phil Jackson made Dolan disappear. Dolan, did this, that, and the other, and then they're gonna trickle it down. Say if we didn't do that, then we wouldn't be where we are now to get Leon Rose and this, that, and the other. So it's gonna be a part of the whole 30 for 30. So I mean, like the real like meat of it, like the success part of it. I think we're entering that right now. We're all in the car, we're driving, and we're about to hit a tunnel with no lights. We don't know what the fuck is going on at the end of this tunnel, man. So I think we're there, man. This is it's fun, but it's frustrating because we just don't know what's gonna happen. We have no clue.
Nah, we don't. But I hope the Knicks is lucky because you got to look at the Celtics, man. You got to look at those teams, and you still got to look at you still got to look at the Bucks. Giannis still averaged damn near 35 on them. That was with no Chris Kobe Middleton. That's they didn't have that guy. Was it game 6? It was a game. It was one of those games where the Bucks was up 5, and then Tatum hits a 3. I'm like, damn. It was the third quarter. I'm like, damn. Chris Kobe Middleton was in the game right now. He's taking a midi right now for sure.
What are you saying, Chris Kobe Middleton?
Hold on, Chris Kobe.
Yo, man, you gotta put respect on the Kobe, man.
Wait, hold on.
Just throw Kobe up in there like that.
God bless Kobe's soul.
Yeah.
What I seen from Middleton in that 2021 playoffs, bro, that was one of the best mid-range displays I've ever seen in my life, bro. That's the only I've never not called him Chris Kobe Middleton after that, bro. That playoff run, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That was magical to me, bro. It was not hit. Bro, hit the footwork, the art, the jab step, the triple threat, the pull up. Oh my goodness, if RJ had a bag like that, how many years it took Chris Middleton to get a bag like that? Like 7, 8? God damn. So look, Bucks. Then, I see people in the chat, they're like, yo, Emmanuel quickly gonna start. I hope that brother sleep well every night. You know who the hell is in the Knicks division? We got Kyrie Irving.
Well, what team is Kyrie Irving playing for again?
Oh yeah.
What team is he playing for? Let me do some research. Let me look and see.
Let
me look at the flyer. Is he on the flyer? I'm not sure. Do you see Kyrie Irving there? I don't see him. I see some white guy with number 12. I see another half black white guy right there.
Better chill before he be a Knick. It really gets spooky. And I'll take Kyrie crazy ass too. Vaccine and all. Take him 5% and all. I'm taking Kyrie.
The Nets, they're talking about coming back a little bit, pulling back, getting some assets, and doing a light not rebuild, but like a light reset. So I could see them, consolidating. I could see them consolidating. I just wanted to say consolidate.
How crazy is Kyrie, man? Like, because they didn't. Yo, that's disrespectful not to put him on the season ticket holders list. So we'll see. We'll see. Randall could take his ass right to Brooklyn. Every trade I'm doing, I'm putting 30 in it. I don't care whoever listening, you're gonna be mad. I don't care. I'm putting 30 in it. Because he shouldn't be on the team next season. Obi Toppin should be my starting 4 next season. Obi's not my starting 4. Something horrible went wrong, bro. Something horrible went wrong.
You know what went wrong with this podcast? We were supposed to do call-ins. When are we gonna do that? So I mean, maybe the next time that we go live, maybe we'll do call-in next time.
Oh man, my phone.
Or maybe somebody would just call the number and be like, oh shit, I got a phone call. Oh, like, hey, hello. Welcome to the Die Hard.
Oh man. So you got to look at the best teams in the East. Miami. Now here's the domino effect of that Donovan Mitchell to Miami shit. If he goes to Miami, that's going to force the Knicks to make a move. Because I would make a move. I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. Because I'm not trying to be behind the Hornets, and I'm not trying to be behind the Hawks. I'm trying to get ahead of those two. So I'm trying to go get a player right now and go me right now. That's a fact. Shit. Imagine trying to get through Miami, Philly. You trying to get through Miami, Philly, the Bucks. How the fuck we going? Yo, I hope RJ and them boys, man, they sleep good, man. They training good, man.
It's tough, man. But yo, I used to ride the A train from East New York. They got to go through East New York. Got to go through Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? I got to go through the freaking Red Hook and all that.
Oh man,
The Lower East Side. I got to go all the way uptown to whatever. You know what I'm saying? To go where I got to go, 34th Street. Got to go to Washington Heights and wherever else. So if I was going to school or go see some chick, whatever, man. So I mean, life is like that sometimes, man. You got to go through the channels, proper channels, and stuff to do things, man. So one thing too, I don't like to throw some dirt on LeBron James. I don't want nothing easy, man. And KD, I don't want it easy. I don't want to stranglehold the whole league where everyone thinks they have a shot at signing me, and then all three of us go sign with Miami. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. Where every team in the East is completely fucked. You know what I'm saying? That nobody has a team, and we're just gonna steamroll through everybody for the next 3 years. That's not, that to me is not exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? I want the smoke. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's why you could kind of give Adam Silver props over the last few years with the NBA draft, because he's been spreading out talent across the league. Like it's so much parity now, bro, and it's gonna be even more parity next season. Next season is going to be a bloodbath. May the Lord bless the Western Conference, bro. I don't want no smoke with the West, bro.
They even talking about that's probably like a pop another day, but they talking about expansion too. Two teams.
They need it. The NBA needs it. It's too much talent now, bro. It's so much talent that people can't play who can play. It's too much talent. You need two more teams. And then think about it like this. The 2023 draft is so-called one of the best NBA drafts of all time. And high school players is coming in that draft. If I'm the Knicks, look, I'll make the playoffs next season, but I'm cooling it. And I might be greedy. If I trade back, I might want to pick in the 2023 draft. I might want another one in there just because I know they scouting early right now.
Yeah.
So, look at this Eastern Conference. The fuck,
it's tough, man. Toronto Raptors,
they not going nowhere.
Well, I mean, they got some young guys over there. They got the OG. They got they got a lot of good players over there. Can't really sleep on those guys. All these teams already have their table set. They kind of just need that next move. But everybody's closer to make that move than we are. We just trying to get invited to the. We just trying to get an invitation to the fucking cookout.
We just trying to get to the cookout, man. We just trying to show up, man.
Yeah, our GPS is scrolling right now. We trying to get there.
And so you got to get. So here's the thing. Now this is the hypothetical that Donovan Mitchell goes to Miami. You got to make a move because you don't want to be behind the Hawks, Cleveland, the Bulls, and the Raptors next season. The positive about next season, if we lose, is 3 positives that come out of that. Tibbs will be fired. So that's going to be great for me. I might have to run a bubble bath for that. That's going to be great with some candles. That's going to be great. Tibbs going to be fired. The second thing, the 2023 draft. We got high schoolers coming in. We got 2 first-round picks. So that's the second thing. The third thing is expectation. Now, the expectation going into that following season with our first-year head coach is going to be minimal, but you've seen a lot of success from first-year head coaches in the NBA within the past 5 years. We've seen it. First-year head coaches get into the finals. And the special thing about it, most of them African-American. That's the special thing about it. Like,
you don't find that suspicious?
Yo, Umar.
That shit'll never get old, man.
But it's nonsense. But that's special to watch, bro. Like just seeing a minority in the finals, bro. As a NBA head coach, bro. That is special to watch. And then you're seeing it year after year after year. These dudes just getting to the finals, man. Nick Nurse got to the finals his first year. He's a great damn coach. You got the guy.
He's white though.
I love Nick Nurse, man. I love Nick Nurse, man. He could be my cousin. He come to cook out anytime, man. I love Nick Nurse, man. I don't care if he white, black, orange, blue, purple, pink, granola bar. It does not matter. If you could coach, you could coach. It's just a little more special when coach is African American. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, but I think the Knicks are close, man. But I mean, like you know, every like you know, the diehard state of mind for Atlanta or whatever the fuck. Those guys, the Atlanta Hawks think they're like just like us. One good trade away. You know, why can't we move up? I'm quite sure everybody's saying that on every single team here. But all these teams are very close. The Knicks are right on the same level as the Charlotte Hornets, Atlanta Hawks, and stuff like that. We're right there. Pacers are right there too. The Wizards are there. They're just like one or two moves away from being, you know, for pushing us out the box. You know.
Yeah. So it all depends, man.
Competition.
Also, what's up with Bradley Beal? What he doing over there? What he doing? He gonna just sign his money and he just gonna just die over there in DC? I mean, goddamn.
He's this generation's freaking what's that? Richard? What's the dude that was in the Run TMC?
Who? Tim Hardaway?
Not Tim Hardaway, the other one. It was Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, and you know, I guess the chat will help me out there. I can't remember shit.
Oh, he was nice too.
Yeah, but he never won nothing. He never won shit.
Mitch Richmond?
Yes, Mitch Richmond. He's gonna be like Mitch Richmond. 20 points a game for like 20 years, but they'll never win shit.
Mitch is way better than Bradley Beal. It's not even close. It's not even comparable.
Yeah, I mean, you could compare it because I mean, Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond. He didn't win anything until he was already done with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he was a
didn't
dog.
contribute.
He was a dog. Mitch Richmond ain't never have a John Wall. Run TMC only. I think that was only for one seat. Why the hell did that team break up?
For no apparent reason. Well, they broke it up because they thought that Billy Owens was going to be nice. Billy Owens is nice though, but he didn't pan out to be the player that they thought he was going to be.
You know what's crazy? Like, it's a lot of old school teams that was dumb nice that was broken up like too early. Like one of my favorite teams of all time. The first two teams that come to my head, the Dallas Mavericks in the early 90s, I believe, or the mid 90s. They had Jim Jackson, Jamal Bashburn, and Jason Kidd. And another team, a recent team that I really love was the OKC team. That John Wall, James Harden, Russ, KD. Yeah. Teams you let them go too early, man. You mess it up, man. You mess it up.
There's quite a few teams like that throughout the years. You know that were just like scorers type of thing. You know, had three big guys on there, just weren't able to keep them.
That's why I knew the Nets was never gonna work. It was never gonna work. Like you knew it wasn't gonna work from the start. When you got a guy like KD and Kyrie, what's the problem with both of those two guys? Those two guys won championships on teams where they wasn't considered the leader. Now you're expecting those two guys to lead a team to a championship. Then you trade. Then the messed up thing about the Nets, they had it, but they traded all of their rotational pieces for James Harden. That was very stupid because Jared Allen made the All-Star team, I believe, and he's really good. He's damn good. Karis LeVert, he's damn good. You don't do that. Then James Harden, fat ass, once out of Brooklyn, he goes to Philly. The man puts up two. Let me ask you a question, dog. Not to get upset. If a Knick All-Star in a playoff game, let's say it's game 6, and he put up 2 shots in the second half of a home game. What would you say about that?
You talking about Ben Simmons?
No. Ben Simmons, but see, James Harden did that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yep.
But the difference between Ben Simmons and James Harden averaged 35. You don't fucking shoot 2 shots in the second half, bro. And I watched you average 35 in the season before. Ben Simmons, he could kind of get away with it, but he got to get me 10 rebounds, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, like 5 blocks or something. Dude, he got to have me the Draymond Green style out. But
yeah.
Yo, man, you can't build teams like that, man. You can't rush it, man. You gotta let it build.
Shout out to Paris Duggar too. He just gave us a super chat. Gotta acknowledge. But you know, I got that Nets team that had D'Angelo Russell. They had Joe Harris, Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert. You know, Jared Allen. You know what I'm saying? They had a bunch of guys that these were their players, and they gave up this group to get the current group that they have now. It was the wrong plan. You know, they already had a blueprint to build the correct way. Maybe you sign a Durant, maybe, or maybe you do something like that. But just to completely gut all the hard work that you did to get these players homegrown, the Karis LeVert, the Spencer Dinwiddie, all these different guys, you scooped these guys up from nothing and you made something out of them. And you said, you know what? Let me congratulate you guys for your hard work and go kick rocks somewhere for another team. You know what I'm saying? That's that's why I can never like the Brooklyn Nets. This is a soulless franchise, you know. And this guy, I feel sorry for their current GM because you could tell that he didn't necessarily want to do this. He's just doing what the franchise is asking him to do. You know, their GM that they have over there.
It's all right, man. That's on them being greedy, rushing for stars. You see what happened? The Lakers is a prime example, and I remember when they first made that AD trade. I called my bro. He a Lakers fan, huge time Lakers fan. Shout out to my guy Cal. And I'm like, yo, bro, the worst thing the Lakers could have ever done in that AD trade was trading Brandon Ingram. You give up pieces, but you don't give up the whole shebang. Now you look at the Lakers right now. Yes, they got a chip, but you look at that team right now. If they would have had Braun, Ingram, and AD.
Well, I mean, they could have kept Julius too. They could have kept Jordan Clarkson. They had a bunch of guys that they could have kept.
You could have kept Randall too.
Yeah.
So
D'Angelo Russell. If all those guys popped at the same time, you're talking about Julius Randle 20 points, D'Angelo Russell 20 points. You got Brandon Ingram 20 points per game. Jordan Clarkson is not a slouch. He can still get you like 15, whatever. That's really good, man. You know, but you know, teams are out there, you know, searching. The Lakers traditionally do that. They've always done that. You know, but you know, after the curtain is drawn, after everything is over, now you're just stuck with nothing. It really the fans are stuck with nothing, and it sucks to be a fan like that, where you just lose and you have nothing to show for it, nothing to look forward to. You're just waiting for the team to get you that next superstar.
Yeah,
you know, that would suck, man.
It would, but we're in a way better position than that. Like we got stuff to look forward to. I mean, when we look at the roster, you could look at that old Lakers roster. Like, oh, a lot of those boys became all-stars, man. You just gotta wait a couple years. You gotta wait for them to develop, you know. But the Lakers is not about waiting though, and we always know that the Lakers is about championships. But now the Lakers got to get with the fucking program because it's not the old ways no more. It's not the OGs. You gotta give it up. The young boys is now. It's a young boy game now.
The one thing that the Lakers forgot is that a lot of their luck, it wasn't because they were able to sign guys. Like they drafted Magic Johnson, but they already had Kareem. You know, they were so lucky. They already had Shaq, and then they traded Vlade Divac for what will be Kobe Bryant. How lucky is that, man? You know, so they had a lot of luck. So they took it. You know, they they skip steps. You know what I'm trying to say? They skip steps. They allow. Look at this, man. Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram. They had Luol Deng on the team too. Nick Young. I mean, they had a lot of good players in their team. They could have just stuck together, and they would have still made the playoffs. They still would be in the same position they are now.
See, and then the very next season, remember you drafted Lonzo at 2. Now, you don't draft Lonzo at 2 when you see a wing like Tatum in that same draft. You just don't do shit like that. But they did that. Now,
Kyle Kuzma too, man. They was kicking ass. They Caldwell Pope.
but,
Look at all these players. They had Brooke Lopez on the team. They should have been able to put this. They should have let this sit a little bit.
Let that simmer. You gotta let it sit. That's why I be against trades a little bit. Like, nah, I don't want to do a trade yet. You gotta let this simmer a little bit because you don't know who's gonna pop. Like an all-star. Look, Brandon Ingram. Look at 16 points per game. My man RJ just averaged 20 at 21 years old.
Yo, Julius was averaging 16, 8 and 2.
Yo,
they had Isaiah Thomas on that team. Come on, man.
And what was Randall getting? 8 rebounds per game?
Yeah. Kyle Kuzma was giving you 16 and 6.
Kuzma? Yeah, come on, man. All LeBron had to do was walk right in there.
Yo, they drafted Josh Hart. They drafted Josh Hart. They had Channing Frye on the roster. Corey Brewer. They had guys. They had Gary Payton II on there. Wow.
They
Zubac.
Yeah, they dumb. That's called being greedy. That's called being greedy, bro. That's called being greedy.
Oh, come on, man. Zubac could have been their starting center. I mean, they had Brooke Lopez. That would have been dope still. Brooke Lopez was still giving you something. Oh, man. If they would have broke that up, I would have been pissed, bro, as a Knicks fan. If we had that talent, that much talent on the roster, I would have blew that. I would have been.
How do you think Lakers fans feel now?
Yeah, I got a couple of Lakers fans at work, man. They even though they won a championship, they weren't happy about it.
Nah.
How was that? How do you win a championship and not be happy about it?
Yo, bro. I got a Lakers fan in my job too. The dude was like, yo, man, that bubble ring, man. He don't really gloat about it.
Well, I give Lakers fans credit for that though, because they do acknowledge the fact that was a bunch of bullshit. Because look what happened before and after. Before, they didn't make, they were shit before the bubble. And then right after the bubble, they weren't shit again. So I give them credit because they recognize what's real and what's not. So I give them credit.
They did. Can you pull up the? I want to look at another young. Can you pull up the 08, 09 Orlando Magic roster, and then also to answer Parrish Duggar. Listen, I understand the argument is RJ Barrett shot mad shots per game. He shot 17.7 shots per game last season. Who else do you want shooting the ball? Evan Fournier?
He said 08, 09?
Yeah, the year they went to the finals. Alec Burks, he sucks. I don't want Randall. Come on now. Mitch don't got hands. So come on now.
You think you can beat him? As you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I'll pay to see that Mitch versus State.
Mitch, what? Catching the bag? Man, Mitch hands is shaky, man. Nerlens just got hands for feet.
Yeah, all that deodorant stuck in his armpits, man. I can't even see him putting his hands up to even do that. Rip all the skin off. You can't take it one-on-one, man.
Now, you look at this team, and I see name. I'm not even gonna go to the big names. Marcion Gautard, Tyronn Lue, JJ Redick. You got Keith Bogans, Michael Petras, Courtney Lee, Rayful Alston, Jermaine Nelson.
Put some respect on Tony Batti's name. Okay?
Tony Batti.
Yo, the French Michael Jordan, Michael Petras.
Yo, he was so solid.
Yeah, he was good. Golden State.
He was so. Yo, that's who Doris Vinnie Smith remind me of. Michael Petras. The Knicks need a Michael Petras. Shit, Cam Reddish like Michael Petras. Nah, he's better.
RJ,
he's got more talent.
Sorry, my bad.
RJ, nah. Put some respect on my man's name, man. You can at least say Michael Finley, man.
Yo, they had Skip to my Lou, fam. They had a good squad.
Yeah, that stupid ass coach benched Rayford Austin for Jermaine Nelson and lost the finals for that shit. Stupid.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's
You know, they all say that to this day. You know,
the reason why they lost. That's
Yep.
exactly the reason why they lost.
Yeah.
Rayford was killing you. What?
Yeah,
And then
he
he
turned it
benched
on.
him. He did the Tibbs move. He went with his guy, and that's what it gets you.
Yo, Turkaloo, that's another name. All these names here, it's like they forgot about them. Turkaloo, I wonder why nobody ever mentions him when they talk about Dirk, because Turkaloo was doing Dirk shit, not Dirk, Luca stuff. Turkaloo was doing Luca stuff back in this time. They went to the finals where basically Turkaloo with the ball in his hands mostly.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Luca is like a way better version of Turkaloo, but Turkaloo definitely was because Turkaloo is nice.
He was nice.
Turk.
Man, game winners, you know what I'm saying? He was basically running a point. They did have Demir Nelson, they did have Austin, but he led them in, you know, he was kicking the ass.
Yeah, that's I wish Cam Reddish watched some Hito Turkaloo tape. More, but he got to get his jumper. See, he got to work on his jumper because RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, horrible mid-range jumpers. But Reddish got more of a bag than RJ, so I know he could get to his spot easier. RJ, he got a big on him. He might pass out on the ISO. That was disgusting to watch last season. So we'll see. But a roster like this can get to the final. Now, this is a roster right now that if this year's Boston had to play them, they would lose. Like Boston will lose. They would get punched.
Well, look at this squad, man. You got Haydu that could be like RJ. You got Rashard Lewis that could be Obi.
Hell no.
Why not?
Finish? Hell no. Obi is nothing like none of these guys on this team.
But I'm saying just like scoring wise. I mean, Obi can give you 5 rebounds probably. That's probably what he's going to top out.
I got a better team for you.
17 points per game.
If you want to do that, go to the 05 Suns.
I don't want to do that.
Okay,
I'll do that. Okay,
you don't want to do the 05 Suns?
I'm just messing with you. I'll do that.
You don't want to do the 05 Suns? We're going to do some team comparing, trying to get these boys to be better than the goddamn Celtics who in the finals right now.
Well, I compared that squad too, but I got Obi as Sean Marion though. Everyone keeps talking about Amari, but they're not even close to the same player. But he's very close to Marion though.
Yeah, he's not. That Obi Amari comparison, throw that in the garbage, man. Amari was averaging that's 20. I think that was 26 at like 22 years old. Amari was a monster, man.
Yeah, he was.
Amari, he was a different type of. But look at this team. Yo, they had Jim Jackson. Wow, they had a squad, bro.
Yeah, they had a squad. They had Machi Lampi too, you know, kicking ass coming off the bench. Machi Lampi.
How you got it? Joe Johnson, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Kubrick, Steve Nash, Jim Jackson, Leonardo Barbosa.
And they want to talk about James Dolan. Their ownership is fucked up.
Yes.
How do you break that up? How do you do that?
Being cheap. Don't want to pay Joe Johnson. Don't want to pay Sean Marion. Don't want to pay Quinn Richards. I would pay but I'm paying the high for that team.
Yeah.
I'm paying it. But that's a team that the Knicks could. But see, we don't have no Steve Nash, obviously. But you need an efficient scorer at that point guard spot. Steve Nash was so efficient, man. He took great shots. He took his mid-range jumper was water, 3-pointer water, and he was a great facilitator of the offense.
Well, look at the locker room though. Could you imagine having Joe Johnson, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Quentin Richardson, Steve Nash in the locker room? Jimmy Jackson. Jimmy Jackson was a 26 point a game scorer in Dallas. So he can get busy. Steve Nash is one thing, but Quentin Richardson will fight everybody in the world. Amari Stoudemire is the one, 26. Yeah, damn, 26-8. He had 1.6 blocks. Come on, Sean Marion. Joe Johnson too went on to lead his own teams, Atlanta and Brooklyn. So look at the leadership there that they have in that locker room. All these guys are young too, except Nash.
Nasty Nash kid. He was 30 years old. Look at that. And that's a young oh my God. You gotta let that marinate. That is something you gotta let marinate.
They changed it every year too. I think the next year they changed it big time. They got rid of Joe. They got
fucked it
somebody else.
up.
They kept winning though.
Nah, they fucked it. They fucked it up. They fucked it up.
Roger Bell. They went and got Roger.
They did that because they needed defense. So they got Roger, Boris Diaw,
Oh, Amari got hurt too. I think he blew his
and
eyeball
Murray.
socket or
Yeah,
something.
Murray was hurt. But they got to the final. They got to the finals with that 07 team. I mean, they were supposed to get to the finals, and they did that cheating shit against the Spurs. When I think it was a fight or something, Amari and them had got off the bench and had got suspended for like game 5 or something. But the Suns were supposed to win that series for sure.
61 wins they had that year.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting to talk about this stuff, man. You know, 'cause I mean, history always repeats itself, and basketball is basketball. Because look at this team. This was a run and gun team. They said you couldn't win with this style of play, but not everybody plays this way. So now you can look at this roster. As many incarnations as there's been every single Suns team. You know, you can look around the league and make comparisons. You know, to what this team is looking like the current Celtics team and all that. You could look at some of these Phoenix Suns teams and can make comparisons. You know.
Mm-hmm. So
I mean the blueprint is already made already. We just got to figure out how we can get that to work for us.
So for the Knicks, I think the Knicks right now they most likely resemble the 2004 Pacers.
Okay.
It was the team with it was the year they had to fight the Malice in the Palace. That year they was going to go to the finals. In my heart of hearts.
That was a tough ass team though. That team was tough as hell.
It was too goonish, bro. It was bound to too many goon, and they wasn't goonish towards each other. They was just too goonish to the league.
What year was that though? That was
the 04-05 team.
Yeah, the 61 win team.
Was it?
They probably should have won it all that year.
Hold on. Meta World Peace, Jermaine O'Neal, Al Hamilton. Nah, it was the team. It was the next year team because Steven Jackson not on that team.
Right. Yep.
It was the very next season, and I think that season they went 40. Let me see.
Or maybe it was the year before.
Or it was probably the year before.
No, I think it was Steve Jackson right there.
This
was it.
This was the team that was supposed to go to the finals for sure.
Yeah, look at this: 24 points per game by Meta War Peace.
Yes.
Steven Jackson had 18. Jamel had 24. Damn. Jamal Tinsley was in his bag, 15-6. Reggie Miller was still there. Yeah, this was the year. Because the record don't reflect the fact, but the reason why the record is 44-38 is because of the Malice in the Palace.
That's a fact. And they was punching teams that season. I watched the game. They played the Lakers, bro. They held the Lakers to under 70 points, bro.
Yo, they had Dale Davis.
Huh?
They still had Dale Davis on the team.
Just straight gold. Jeff Foster was a gold too. Scott Pollard fouled you mad hard.
Yo, Austin Crochet was dope too. He was a good player. Foster was good. Yeah, they had a lot of good players on the team.
So this is the team that actually resembles my current Knicks right now. If Julius Randle had the fucking heart of Jermaine O'Neal, had the game of Jermaine O'Neal, maybe we would have won more. If RJ Barrett had the fucking the meanness of Ron Artest and the nastiness.
Ron Artest is borderline, you know. I can't say nothing bad about Meta because if he ever watches the show, that motherfucker be in the streets. He be on the train, you know what I'm saying? Out of an Uber, out of nowhere, and be walking down the block and shit. Like, be careful.
Yo, Meta, RJ, man, you gotta get some nastiness to you. Gotta get some meanness.
I mean, but look at this team. Jamal I know for a fact Jamal Tinsley was in the streets, man, when I was in high school, bro. He never Jamal Tinsley didn't even play. He was going to Tilden, and he wasn't even playing for Tilden. He wasn't playing no basketball, and he made it to the NBA. He was nice. I seen him play in all black and Timberlands and destroying everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of guy Jamal Tinsley is. Okay, Richard Miller cursed everybody out. His sister is more even more gangster than he is. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jermaine O'Neal,
Yo,
Steven
imagine
Jackson,
that locker room.
crazy.
Yo, yo, they gooning teams, bro.
Yeah, and while they talking all they shit that they could talk, they got Dale Davis standing around too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Scott Pollard is over there. You know? Oh my god.
So that's the team that the Knicks resemble to me right now. I don't see a player that resembles Obi Toppin on that current roster right now.
But
But
this is a long time, man. This is like almost 20 years. You're talking about '05,
yeah,
so you're talking, 15 years, 15. Well, I'm not good at math, right? So, 15, 17, whatever, how many years it is. Like it's a different era. I don't think we'll ever see this again. Maybe in the next few years when these young boys start to fill up the league, maybe we might see it again. But I
what
don't.
see what though? A combination like Steven Jackson and Metal World Peace on your wings?
No, not the talent, not the talent. I'm talking about the freaking maniacs.
Mm.
Like where you're
Yeah,
afraid to play these guys because you're gonna have to like you might have to fight them. You might have to really fight them.
yeah.
You know.
You might, imagine shooting up versus Indiana in the '04 season. Like, oh man, y'all got to deal with our test today, man.
Not
Man,
only that, while you talking junk with Metal World Peace and Steven Jackson, they got shooters in the crowd. Okay, they got freaking shooters in the crowd. So you got to be careful what you say and what you do around these guys. You know.
listen, I'm not trying to. I'm saying this current Knick roster, there are players on this roster who resemble some of the players from that team. That's one of my favorite teams of all time, besides the 02 Kings.
Yeah, talent wise, I see it. I give it to you.
RJ Barrett, Meadowell Peace, Julius Randle, Jermaine O'Neal, Steven Jackson. Pray to God, Cam Reddish can get some nastiness to him. Jamal Tinsley, Manuel Quickly. I mean, we don't got a Reggie Miller, but shit. Yeah, I mean, shit. We don't got a Reggie Miller. So.
Yeah. So all-time great player too, man. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. We're close. We're close to getting something like that.
But it's gonna take like 2 years though, because the Celtics. You remember, man, the teams that they eliminated this year in this year's playoffs, all three teams was teams that bumped them out of the playoffs in the 3 previous years. So
Right.
the Nets, the Bucks, and who else they played in the playoffs? Was it the Raptors?
I don't even remember.
No, I don't remember. But whoever else they played, they bumped the previous teams. So they went through their bumps and bruises, and they went through their bumps and bruises together. They didn't make no stupid trades. They didn't gut the roster.
They also got a lot better individually too. That Celtics team.
Yes.
Tatum has always been nice, and this guy Jaylen Brown, he's always been nice too. But I mean, Brown, we was talking about him being like, they almost broke that team up, not for nothing. In the beginning of the year, they was talking about trading Brown, to try to get somebody else in there with Tatum. They were talking about that this year.
Yo, Brown. I remember I told you, like, sometimes it'll be looking like some nights that'll be looking like Brown team, but now it looks like Tatum team for real. Now, when I'm watching in the playoffs, that's Tatum's team. But there's some nights where Brown will give you 40 if you sleep.
He will. But they were talking about this guy Brown for Ben Simmons, but Philly wasn't gonna budge off of that. So imagine if Philly said, okay, fine, well, we'll send Ben Simmons over there and give us Brown. How would that have changed history?
Give me the wing. That's why I ain't trading RJ. Give me the wing. Give me the wing. I didn't know Brown was going to be this good. I'm not going to hold you up. But development, giving them minutes, and here's the main thing: the Celtics. The underrated thing that happened for them. Gordon Hayward had got hurt the very first minute he stepped on the court for the Celtics. I was watching that game. So who got to step in and start that whole season? Jason Tatum. So, he didn't get Tom Thibodeau. Jaylen Brown. What did the Celtics do for Jaylen Brown? We got to get rid of Mook. Because Mook ain't just giving up his starting spot, bro.
Yeah, they open up spots for these guys, definitely.
That's because Mook is a vet, and Mook is not letting no rookie just take his starting spot. He's gonna run amok in the locker room. he's gonna talk shit to the coaches. That's a fact. So you gotta trade Mook. And then the final thing was, gotta get fucking Kyrie out the building, man. Gotta get cool Kyrie out the building, and they made Marcus Smart the point guard.
Well, I mean, they had Kemba too. They had Kemba. They did score 20 points a game with like they had 4 20-point a game scores that one year. I don't know how they did that.
It was 3. Yeah, Kemba, Brown, and Tatum.
Well, this guy Gordon, he averaged 19 that year.
So, yeah,
same thing.
But
it's interesting.
Yeah, but
you got to go through those things in order to get to where you are now. I get what you're saying.
That's a fact. But the another key thing is they didn't trade their young guys. They kept building. They paid Robert Williams. Like the same arguments me and you having about Mitchell Robinson. The Celtics fans was having those arguments about Robert Williams. The dude was always hurt, bro. Always.
Yeah.
You feel me? They paid him off potential. They paid him off what he can do. They didn't pay him off the box scores. They paid him off. But it's things that he probably do that we don't see. You know what I'm saying? Those Celtic guys, when I listened to one of the Celtics interviews, it was in the locker room, and the coach was talking, and he mentioned Robert Williams. The whole locker room was like, Robert, like they was going crazy. So that's how I knew right then and there, like, yeah, he got respect in that locker room. Yeah,
all those guys are giving it up, man. All those guys are hard workers. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Williams, they paid him off of what he was doing. He was contributing, so they paid him. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we hope they pay him. He was giving it. He was giving it up. They could see his energy, and they gave him his money off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are different. They're just a different breed of guys. Not for nothing. When you talking about goons and stuff like that, the Celtics and the Miami Heat, whoever's at the end, whoever finishes at the end, you look at those rosters of those guys. They have the goons. All the winning teams have the goons. They have enough goons to get you there.
Yeah, you need goons, man. You need
them.
Yo, you need Patrick Beverly. Like you need those guys. I would give up a first for Patrick Beverly. That's how much of a locker room presence a dude like that just breathe in your locker room. Because I love Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is one of the best point guards of all time. I watched him during his 21-year-old season. Man, that man is not a leader like that, man. He's too cool. He probably smokes some weed. He be in the back. He drink his little Corona. He don't even drink liquor no more. He drink wine, sangria. He grown now. He got kids and all that. Quickly and then they drink Henny. He gonna drink his sangria. He chilling. He gonna just be cool. I know Tibbs is yelling, but just be cool, man. He just screaming. It's cool, man. That's Rose.
Yeah, it's a different kind of leadership. I get you. You need guys to get crazy out there. Even when Derrick Rose get crazy, you could barely hear him. He's like, "What? What'd you say?" I know he's shaking his hands. I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
It was one time Julius Randle. He did something, and Rose looked at him with that look, like an angry uncle. And I'm like, "Damn, yo." I wish we had Patrick Beverly because I know Beverly would have got up in Randall's face and cursed his ass out. Because I forgot what he did. So he did something dumb. Like he threw the ball away like 2 straight times and tried to scream at IQ or something. And Rose looked at him like, man, if you don't chill the hell out.
Well, I mean, look at the goons here. You got Curry. Curry's a goon. As great of a scorer as he is, he's tough. You can't get him off his square. Jordan Poole's becoming that guy. Klay Thompson is right now. Klay Thompson is not that 20-point a game scorer like he used to, but he's a goon. He's a goon.
He talks a lot of shit. They say Klay is the he's the besides Draymond, Klay talks the most shit.
Yeah, they try to say he's like Larry Bird and shit the way he be popping shit. But I mean, you got Kayvon Looney doing the dirty work. You got Damian Lee is a good player. Andre Iguodala's still there. Gary Payton Jr. They got a lot of tough guys on that squad, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's just that's Golden State is just known for like offense, but they got goons in the squad, man. You know, the Celtics. You know, we were talking about them, you know, for most of the podcast. But I mean, you look at their roster. You know,
Al
outside of
Horford's a
Tatum,
goon. He. I knew he was a goon. The man, yo, what he did to wait, was it? Did they smoke Philly? He smoked somebody in this. He went 7 for 7 on somebody. Was that Embiid? I gotta go fact check on this. Yo, Al Horford, the dude,
it might have been Embiid.
elbowed him in his chest. Yo, he looked at him. He said, He gave him one, Went 7 for 7. I said, oh, yeah, that Puerto Rican, that Dominicano, yeah, my boy a goon. Marcus Smart, goon.
Grant Williams?
Goon. No, he's not a goon.
Grant Williams is a goon. You see all that spit that comes out of his mouth? That motherfucker's a goon, man.
Nah, he do be talking, He do talk a lot of shit, though. Yeah, he's a goon. He's a goon.
If you got white, if your spit in your mouth is white like that, and you know, pause, you know what I'm saying, and you a goon, fam.
Nah, Pritchard a goon too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that white boy a goon too.
Yeah.
Tough. He muck it up. He muck it up. He gets to the lane too. I like that boy. Jaylen Brown's a goon.
Yeah, they got quite a few guys on there, man. Daniel Diaz is tough too, you know.
Yeah, you always gotta have one of the European tough dudes. You gotta have one of those. Gotta have one of those on your team. Hey, shit, Kobe loved those.
Yeah. I mean, you can go down the line, or like what was the last one? Miami got their share of goons. The coach is a fucking goon, you know, in that team. You know, the reason why Philly didn't win, they ain't got no goons. Their two top players are a bunch of pussies. You know, all their top players are pussies besides Maxey.
Embiid a goon. He a goon. Embiid talk that talk.
He talks a lot of shit. He talks a lot of shit, but it don't. At the end of the day, that motherfucker crying. You know what I'm saying? Crying and shit because the referees didn't give him no fouls.
So Harden, soft. Maxey, you say he a goon. He not a goon to me right now. Seth Curry, he's tough, but he's not a goon. It's a difference.
Well, Seth was on Brooklyn.
Seth not a tough guy. He's a pretty boy. Tobias Harris, he's too pretty. Joel Embiid, he's a goon to me. That's only one though. Danny Green, he's definitely a goon. So that's 2. That's not enough. Drummond, that's 3. But Drummond, DeAndre Jordan is unplayable. Paul Reed, get the hell out of here. So, yeah, they don't got
that's what I'm trying to say. That's the reason why they didn't make it. They didn't make it because look who's their tough guy. You know, Paul Millsap getting 6 minutes a game. That's your tough guy. They have nobody there that's I'm afraid of.
So it was supposed to be Danny Green, but nah. Look, listen. Where they messed up at was that Ben Simmons trade. I would have sent Ben Simmons right to Detroit. And I would have got back Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart. You would have gave me Killian Hayes, and you would have gave me a draft pick, and I'd have said, have a nice day, and I'd have tried to win with that and let Maxey run wild. That's what I would have did. Because you need depth. You're not beating the Warriors with just 2 people, bro. Shit, that shit is not working like that.
Well, this is them. They're looking at like the other teams that Curry and these guys. We need stars. Look at Brooklyn, and we got to get stars to match Brooklyn. You know this is what they're doing. They're playing copycat league stuff. You can't win like that.
Nah. I'm not scared of Philly. Philly is mentally fragile. You go up 1-0 on Philly, you got them instantly. Next year, you go up 1-0 on Philly, man. And I know. If RJ becomes that guy, man, if he don't kill James Harden and get him on a switch every time and do not pass the ball, you shouldn't be scared. Joel Embiid, we scared of him? That man got to be healthy first.
Yeah. Look at Miami. You know, Max Struts and stuff like that. And PJ Tucker.
Max is a cool. I like.
They just didn't have enough offense, I think, because Jimmy Butler had to get 40 points a game just to get there with the last 2 wins. You know.
Agreed. That Tyler Hero injury hampered them a lot. That's 20 points off the board. and Victor Oladipo, he was coming back, but he's still not. He's not the same Victor Oladipo anymore. He's a bench guard now, so
Yeah.
you know.
And then they gave up on Duncan Robinson. They gave up on a lot of guys that were there before, you know. So they got a lot of question marks over there, you know. But they do got some tough guys, you know. That's what got them there. But they just didn't have enough to get over there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the cream always rises. The best teams always, you know, always have that mix of talent and also have plenty of goons to go around, you know.
So, like guys like Victor Oladipo, DeMarcus Cousins, Gordon Hayward, these former All-Stars that we talking about, those guys can help a team win a championship, yo. Those guys can win you a playoff game. Like you never know, because a lot of those old teams that we brought up, Dallas, the 2011 Dallas Mavericks, they had the old ass Sean Marion. We showed 2 teams Sean Marion was on. So, you know, it's all about building your squad. Like those other teams, I think the one team though that the Knicks is we just never beat these dudes is the Raptors. Like that is like the kryptonite that annoys the Knicks every single time, bro.
It's the matchups. We just don't match up well with them
at all. Too athletic, too tall. But we'll see.
Look at that. We ain't got nobody to guard Van Fleet. OG's there. Siakam is there. Scotty Barnes. Gary Trent Jr. That's a matchup nightmare right there for us.
Yeah. We'll see if they'll keep OG Anunoby. See, there's rumors out there that they might trade OG Anunoby for cap space. So, you know, it depends. It depends. A lot can happen this offseason. Would I trade for OG Anunoby? Yes, I would. But would I trade with Masai Ujiri? Hell fucking no.
Masai Ujiri, man.
So we already know what he did to the Knicks when he traded with us the first time. That shit ain't look too good.
But and we screwed him though, man, because he was trying to get Steve Nash, remember? And he went and signed you know, what's it, Landry Fields? He overpaid Landry Fields, and he still won a championship on us with that shit.
Man, that man, he had James Dolan so scared that it was a trade for a first round. It was a first round pick for Kyle Lowry. Dolan said no. You already got me for Andreas Bargnani. You think I want more heroin?
That's a fact.
Yeah. You just got me for Andreas. Yeah. So, you know, pick it, and that's why this year's lottery pick is kind of important too. Like a lot of things play into that. That man, that goddamn Gordon Hayward, man.
Yeah. Greg Castillo is hilarious, man. Why you talking real world, man?
Oh, man. Yeah, it's funny. I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho the other night too, and I know you probably don't know what the hell that is, Die Hard, but it's an anime. And
I know what it is, man.
Oh, you know what it is? Well, oh man, trying to build a team is you got to look at the best teams in your conference, and you got to see how you can either match up against them or you can build something to counteract what the hell that they're doing. Like, for example, like if this year's Warriors team meets last year's Bucks team, Bucks winning 6.
Yeah.
Because it's all about matchups. But the Warriors can also win unless Chris Kobe Middleton again, but the Bucks can also win. So it all depends. Like it all depends on matchups, man. And if
they had Middleton, they might have won.
I think they would be in the finals right now if they had Chris Middleton. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. They might have repeated. Imagine that. They might have beat Boston, and they might have just showed up to Golden State and double repeated.
They would have did Golden State dirty, bro. They oh God. Oh my God. Kevin Looney on Giannis. May Lord bless him. So he's like I got 3 favorite NBA players of all time. Because I know we about to end this soon.
Yeah.
Is Allen Iverson, it's Kobe Bean Bryant, and it's Giannis. If Giannis was to ever consider the Knicks in 2025, bro, that shit will make my day, bro.
Well, if we do that, we're gonna have to get Donovan Mitchell. We have to get somebody. Somebody got to be here before then.
Before, you don't think we'll be winning? You don't think we'll be winning? Put the king up, man. We're gonna be winning, man. We're gonna be winning.
So.
What we doing here? You talking from a lens of you think we still gonna be winning 37 games. Is RJ not an all-star by now? What we doing here? Yeah, man, that's the starting point guard, right? That's what everybody want to see. Get that man off the screen.
He's still on the team though.
Last thing, I got a question for you. Because I know we've been everywhere. I gotta ask this. Would 30 ever consider coming off the bench for the Knicks?
I don't think so. I think his ego right now is super high. I don't think he would come off the bench. It would have to be where the Knicks where we got extra talent, and and then he would do that. But we don't have no talent, so he ain't gonna do that.
With all due respect, if you start Obi and you bring Randall off the bench, that's not you can't win like that.
You could, but like if Obi they would have to demonstrate that the Obi is ready. Like so, if Obi comes into training camp and they're like, yo, Obi's ready. They got to, that's the thing. They got to have conversations. They got to have those conversations. So if Obi comes into camp and he's like, yo, I can score 40 points every night, and the motherfucker is
You got to bust Randall ass though.
not just Randall. He got to play the game though. He got to play his position, play the game, and the coaching staff got to look at it and be like, yo, we got something. He's got to start. We got to start Obi. So if they come to that conclusion, and they can show that Julius Randle still can get his off the bench, I think he would do it. But it really depends on Obi. If Julius, yeah, you're right. If Obi's not busting Julius Randle's ass, where Julius Randle will see, yeah, okay, I get it. He ain't just gonna give it up to him, like hoping that he's gonna do good.
That's a fact. Yeah. So in the idealistic world, because Randall did average 20, 10, and 5 off the bench. That's what's so crazy about that stat.
He did.
Yeah, he's just a walking double-double. Like he just walks in the game and just get a double-double. Like that's just God's gift that he has. Like, and he's had that since college. I think he was one of the first to break Kentucky's rebounding record at college. So we've been knew he could do this. But the reason why I keep bringing it up is, when you look at the teams that's getting deep into the playoffs, they got scoring everywhere. If Obi can man the starting 4 position, then is there a possible world I could bring Randall off the bench and bring that 20, 10, and 5 into the game at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter into every game and still have Obi sitting there? I don't know it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, then Obi Toppin, you don't take him out the game. The motherfucker, he got all this energy. Don't ever take him out. He's not tired. Spoiler alert, he's not tired. You know what I'm saying? So, that would make sense. Put him in the game longer and make Julius Randle come in off the bench as the center. That's if we still got like bums like Mitchell Robinson and stuff like that. Then it makes sense. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson.
It's always still Mo Bamba on the table. That's if Mo wants to come to New York. You want to tell Donovan Mitchell to come home on his goddamn live, you need to come home your damn self. That's if Mitchell Robinson wants to walk. Because Mo got a 3-point shot already. We don't got to sit here and talk about, man, when he going to shoot the ball. Die hard. When he go. We don't got to have those conversations. The conversations now we got to have with Mo Bamba is, when are you going to be tough, man? When you going to play like a goon, man? I need a goon. I need rah-rah players. The Knicks don't have rah-rah players. 90s Knicks fans were spoiled because all y'all goddamn players was goons. All of them was tough, and they fought everybody.
Yeah, the whole squad. Whoever was playing, they were goons. Everybody.
Goon. Starks. Goon. Mason. God rest his soul. Goon. Spreewell. Goon. Look. Can we look at some of the old Knicks rosters real quick? Well, let's before we go into the old Knicks rosters, the Julius Randle off the bench stuff. Yo, it's 20, bruh.
21, 83 coming off the bench. He still got his 30 minutes a game. You know, Anthony Davis.
And he did that 31 minutes. So it's evidence that he doesn't need 37 minutes. He doesn't need to play 1,300 more minutes than Obi Toppin in the season.
Wait. Before you start, keep talking, man. Take a look at who the point guard was.
I know who the point guard was. It was Alfred. Yeah. But Alfred was coming off the bench. The point guard was really Drew Holiday. So, but Alfred and Randall came off the bench.
Alfred Payton averaged 7, you know. Drew Holiday averaged 7, you know. He was really a scorer more than you know. So
it's like, come on. It's like, yo, man, we trying to build a team. That'd be tough, man, because now you got 20, 10, and 5 coming off the bench. With I in an ideal world for me, like let's say if we don't trade Randall, y'all would bring him off the bench with Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
With Quentin Grimes.
Well, I see where this pod is going. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to cut this off, man, because we're gonna go into another hour because I know where this is going, and I think we need to devote more time to that.
Yeah, man.
Because we're about to hit 3 hours, bro. We're gonna go into 4 hours on the next subject.
Nah, man. It was just a good talking point because when we was looking at all of the old rosters and looking at today's teams and looking at how deep the Celtics and the Warriors are, you need a lot of firepower off the bench, and I think that's something that the Knicks should consider. It should never be about contracts. Like I'm sick of the whole MSG politic bullshit. Nah, bro.
Kaiser Sosa said, "Keep it rolling." We could if you want, man, but I mean, we about to get into another fucking hour. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to give us a. You know what? Somebody hit the damn like button. You know what I'm saying? Get the likes up on the damn show. You want us to go another hour? Hit the damn like button. God damn it!
Like another hour. All right. Oh man, I got another hour. Yeah, because she'll be here later. So I got another hour. Like looking at the old school teams and looking at the Knicks roster, like we gotta be realistic when it comes to wanting to trade this dude, right? Yo, thank you, Kareem. I appreciate you, man. Get them likes up, man. I appreciate you, Kareem. Kaiser Sosa, my guy Legion, man. What's up, Brody? Appreciate you. We gotta be realistic. From a 1 through 10, a 10 being your strongest belief, a 1 being you have no belief. Do you think the Knicks will trade Julius Randle this summer?
I don't know if I could commit to, because I mean the Knicks have yet to make any moves like that. You know, we have yet to do it. You know, so I can't really say no here, no there.
So in the event that we do keep him, I think that they're gonna have to have a conversation, because like you can't come back to me as a fan and respectfully, after seeing what Obi Toppin did towards the end of last season, and I was disrespecting Obi Toppin and his efforts and stuff like that. Respectfully, you can't tell me that Obi Toppin can't start. Like I don't want to hear that. I'm not interested in.
Well, he has to prove it though. That's the thing. I believe in the kid too, because I his rookie season, I was not a fan of him. You know, you remember that we used to have arguments about it and stuff. You know, but you know that last week or so, or maybe like once it got in the playoffs and then everybody got into the stands, you could see where he was going to become. But even that same player is not the same player that finished this season. So Obi Toppin, he's got to show up the way that he showed up at the end of last year. You know, he definitely has to do this. Like, you know, like for expectation wise, there's no reason for him not to be able to do that. He's got to show it. He can't blame nobody else. He can't blame Tom Thibodeau's not doing this, or Obi Toppin is not doing this, or I'm not getting the ball. You can't do that, man. Either you're nice or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show these guys that you want it. I had did a podcast comparing Obi Toppin and Julius to Larry Bird and freaking Kevin McHale. I did that a while back. People were laughing at me for making that, but the same thing that you're saying about putting Julius Randle as a backup. Kevin McHale is a Hall of Famer, and he came off the bench for Larry Bird, so it can happen. You can still, if you're nice, you can still get your numbers.
Got to get the minutes though.
That's the thing. Still get his minutes. We just had the what do you call the Pelican stats? He was still got his 31 minutes a game coming behind. They lost that year though, but regardless of the fact that the minutes are there, you can fit guys into schemes.
Yeah. So if you scheme something like that, you bring Rose off the bench, you bring Randall off the bench, you start quickly, you start Obi. You got RJ Barrett. I don't know who your center is going to be. I think it should be Mitch. I think it's going to be Mitch. So hopefully you got Mitchell Robinson in your starting lineup. And now here's the thing, like, all right, so on this particular team, did we do the Gordon Hayward trade?
that trade that we put up,
yeah.
If Mitch Robinson wanted to go to Charlotte and he was good with that, I think I would do that trade. Because then once you got Gordon Hayward on the squad, now you got Gordon Hayward on the squad. Like, you're not counting on him to give you too much because of whatever. He's a little older. I'm not counting on him being no 20-point a game scorer, but he's gonna give you a solid, solid production at small forward. You put him next to Obi, I think that's a really good mix there. Because Gordon Hayward and RJ, I want to say they're comparable to each other. I said maybe RJ is he's just younger. I think they're very comparable to each other. So if you have that type of situation, then you could tell Julius Randle to go come off the bench, but you could say it with a straight face.
Man, it's tough, man.
The problem is, like, how about Quickly? The Quickly's last few games was pretty awesome too. If he can do that next year too, now you're talking something.
So now in this event, see the thing about what Legion's saying right now is, what is the kind of person Randall, like, what is he? Like, who is he? Like, he hasn't spoken a lot last season. The times when he did speak, I didn't want to fucking hear his voice. After he didn't speak to the interviewers and we lost 9 straight, I think we lost 9 out of 10 games. He didn't speak in 9 straight interviews. And then he spoke after the game we lost, and he had 30 points. I lost respect for him after that. I didn't want to hear him no more. So,
turd in the punch bowl, though, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm reading. I'm like, turd in the punch bowl. Where did you learn that from? You went to college in the Midwest or something?
That's what he was acting like. That's what he was acting like. So what type of person is he? Like, is he really a locker room cancer? Like, is he really an asshole in the locker room? Do guys not get along with him? Or do they not get along with the fact of how Tibbs did not hold them accountable last season? Like, it's certain things that has yet to come out yet, which is a positive thing. But at the same time, like, I still have my questions, like who really is Randall? Like, is his ego too big for him to not come off the bench? Because if he comes off the bench, that's 20-10-5.
Yeah. Well, this guy here, he has no problem coming off the bench too. Talking about Derrick Rose, he's coming back next year too. Derrick Rose is the forgotten player. He's making $14 million a year, and we always forget about him every single time we talk about the Knicks.
Out of respect for Derrick Rose, he's not in my long-term vision. That's why I don't really.
He's not in anybody's long-term vision, but he still got $14 million on the books, so you can't ignore him. Well, I mean, you took I
The point
mentioned him,
guard then.
huh?
Quickly is the point guard then. If you can't ignore Derrick Rose, quickly got to start at point guard.
Yeah, I mean,
You
yeah,
shouldn't be looking at him.
quickly being a starter at point guard that helps out so much, man. It just takes the stress out of it because just let him be the point guard, and have Derrick Rose coming off the bench. And if you do that, and quickly's doing well, and but Rose is still able to succeed off the bench, then maybe Julius Randle will see that from a leadership standpoint, and then he can see that from Derrick Rose, and then just accept that role. Because I mean it. Oh man, I mean, if quickly could be what he was at the end of last year, all next season, and if Obi Toppin could be close to what he was at the end, because I say close because he was getting 40-point games and shit. But if both of those guys can get close to that consistently every single game, and if we get a guy like Gordon Hayward here, you can't say that's not a good team. You can't say that's not a good team.
Yeah, quickly is a great rebounder too. Like that's very underrated by his game.
And he takes off. That's a steal right there. He takes off.
Yeah.
Get your boy Mo Bamba here. All right, look, there's a squad. You're talking about Obi Toppin as a starter, right? Obi Toppin, you got Gordon Hayward. Maybe you start Jericho Sims, just to start the game. Then you got quickly. And then you got RJ Barrett, right? Then you got Mo Bamba coming up. Let me even start Mo Bamba. Fuck it. Mo Bamba got the mid-level exemption. We started Mo Bamba. Then you got Jericho coming off the bench. You got Julius Randle and you got Derrick Rose. I don't even got to say nothing else. Is that a good team or not?
It's a cool team, but all those guys, that sound like a soft front court. Is Mo Bamba, this is what I mean by, is Mo Bamba going to be tough? He got to toughen up. You got to rebound more. And also, he got to get out of the paint more.
We had that big argument on the other day. If you look at the 36 minute stat, he averaged more rebounds than Mitchell Robinson, or close to it. He averaged close to the same amount of rebounds, like 11 or whatever per 36. So he rebounds decent, and block shots is comparable to Mitchell Robinson. So, but you're talking about being tough. I get you, but Mitchell Robinson is not tough to me.
Mitchell Robinson, he shows it. He shows it once every few games.
He looks it.
He shows. He looks scruffy too. I think
being ugly is not a skill.
he got some skill though.
Being ugly is not a skill though.
Nah, he got some skill, man. He got some skill, man. And he got the look of a New York center. He's big, ugly, and crunchy. He's a 7-footer with black shots.
It look like he live on an E train and shit.
Oh man, yeah, man. And that's another underrated thing about this whole rebuild that we got. Like, if you put up the old Knicks rosters, the Knicks got RJ. He's 21. I think he's going on 22. I think Reddish is like 21 going on 22. Obi like 24. Quickly like 22. Quinn Grimes is like 21 going on 22. It's a lot of young talent. And we just said a couple of teams like the Lakers who let guys go too fast, and they ain't let it simmer.
Add to that squad Cam Reddish in the contract year, right? And what was the guard? You said Quentin Grimes, and then you got Deuce McBride too. You don't know what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm. I love Deuce. Love Deuce McBride. Deuce talk like he want to play. I think that's what I like about him the most. Like, he talks with confidence, and then watching him play, he's scrappy. And I love them scrappy young players, man.
Listen, I'm gonna say it one more time. Obi Toppin is your starting power forward, right? Right. That's solidified now. We're benching Julius Randle. Julius Randle's coming off the bench because Obi Toppin's showing up to training camp bad as a motherfucker, and he can't deny it. Right. Mm-hmm. Obi Toppin's starting at power forward. We make the trade. We got Gordon Hayward here. Gordon Hayward is our starting small forward. Right. That's veteran leadership there in the starting small forward. Anyway, then center, like I said, Jericho Sims is a center. And it could the starting center could be Nerlens Noel. How about that?
Get the fuck out.
Well, listen, it could be Nerlens Noel because we didn't trade him yet. Nerlens Noel's on the squad. He could be the starting center.
We traded him.
But he's starting center, not getting 30 minutes a game. He's getting 10 minutes a game because you got Mo Bamba that you signed for $11 million coming off the bench. Anyway,
No,
IQ is the point guard. RJ is the shooting guard. Right off the bench, like I said, you got Mo Bamba, you got Julius Randle, you got Rose, and you got Quentin Grimes and freaking Deuce McBride. We winning the championship next year.
Yo, Derlitz is not a starter in today's NBA.
Nerlens Noel saved our season in the bubble, man. He saved the season in the bubble.
Fucking 4th seed, bro. Yo, we gotta end.
But he saved the season, man. You got to give him that credit. But I'm saying Nerlens Noel as a starting center playing 10 minutes because you got Mo Bamba coming off the bench playing 25. And you got Julius Randle playing 31 minutes coming off the bench.
Why do that when you could just start Mo Bamba and then have Randle just come in as the center and then just play?
So then do that then. So do that. Does it make you feel better? Obi Toppin, Mo Bamba, Gordon Hayward, quickly, and freaking RJ Barrett. Let's win this championship.
Because Nerlens, oh my God. Yeah, man.
Are you ignoring me?
Nah. He said Nerlens over, Bo. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I mean, listen, that's what you're gonna harp on. You're gonna harp on that thing. Okay, listen. Nerlens Noel is gone. Okay, forget about Nerlens Noel. But did you hear what I said the first time? I said Obi fucking Toppin, Gordon Hayward. I said Mo Bamba, quickly, and RJ Barrett with Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, and Quentin Grimes going off the bench.
It sounds soft. It don't sound tough to me. That's why I don't like it. It don't sound tough. Can you add a PJ Tucker or Beverly in there?
Man, fuck PJ Tucker and fuck Beverly. Those guys are about to be retired. They're gonna be retired.
I got a name for you.
Who?
Can we bring back Mook?
Man, fuck Mook too, man. That motherfucker's old as hell too. And he think he can fight everybody, man. Fuck that guy. Fuck him and his brother. Wait a second. Calm down. Calm down a little bit. But I'm saying, I mean, those are the only guys. Those are the only guys.
It's just for me that front court sounds soft. It just sounds a little soft. A little soft. Right.
It might sound soft, but
listen, the back end of the defense is going to be Obi and Mo. They're going to have to be tougher. And then Gordon Hayward. Now, Gordon Hayward is not the prize piece of this deal. Legion. We had a trade. It was a trade up earlier before you joined the show. And the trade was with the Hornets. And the trade was basically us trading back, and we get the 13th and the 15th pick. But we basically consolidated and traded Evan Fournier, Mitchell Robinson, Kemba Walker. Now, this is a deal that I would keep the 11th pick out of that trade, but you did consolidate one. And two, I'm not expecting Gordon Hayward to start every goddamn game of the season because I believe he's going to get hurt anyway. And three, that's a talent upgrade, and you're getting 2 contracts where you don't have to pay those set players for a couple of years. So
man, let me say something. You guys freaking suck. Kaiser Sosa, you suck. Mike Johnson, you suck. All you guys suck. Just because I mentioned Nerlens Noel, come on, man, get the fuck out of here, okay? Nerlens Noel saved our season for Christ's sake, okay? Mitchell Robinson was dead for half the year, and Nerlens Noel saved our season, okay? And I'm talking about playing Nerlens Noel 10 minutes a game.
Save what season, bro? What season he saved?
Listen, and I'm talking about Nerlens Noel's going to play 10 minutes a game, and he can't play 10 minutes a game.
You see what Alfred 10 minutes did for us?
Alfred paid and played 30 minutes a game for us. Okay, so get it right, okay?
Oh God! Yeah.
And he got us into the playoffs and made Julius Randle an all-star. Okay?
Oh my Lord, man! You know that?
Yeah, you can make everything sound good, man. But it's the truth, though.
That fucking 4th
Just
seed,
because you don't like the guy don't mean it ain't true.
That 4th seed, it plagued the Knicks, man. This is why I got to deal with bums like Evan Fournier. This is why I might have to give up.
Originally, Kaiser Sosa, I said Sims was going to start. And then I said, you know what? We got Nerlens Noel, and then I said Leonard as well. But originally, I said Sims.
I said hell no to Sims, too.
So then get rid of everybody because everybody's soft. So that's the end of that. So
No,
they
no.
got that. So now we're gonna go another 3 hours, talking about that shit now.
Nah. Listen. Dog, you can say Sims can start all you want. Well, will a 64-year-old dumbass start him? That's the question.
Well, so, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the whole goon thing that could be a whole nother 2 hour podcast just talking about that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like trying to cut it because I mean we can get into a whole another 2 hours talking about that. So I mean I feel like we need to come back and really go crazy with that. Try to figure out who we can get here to be tough. Cause like the ending of this now is like okay, Obi is soft. Mo Bamba that you said you wanted on the team, he's soft.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
soft.
If we trade for Gordon Hayward, he's soft. Quickly soft.
I
RJ soft.
think Quickly soft. I think Quickly's a gone. I think RJ is kind of soft. RJ he's not rah-rah right now, but Quickly's rah-rah. I think Quickly's a goon. I think low-key Quickly, I think he's a goon. That's just me personally. I know a goon when I see a goon. He be talking, and he talk shit too.
Quickly knows how to network. I know that. That motherfucker is everywhere.
Yeah.
Every time you see a picture somewhere, he's standing in the background of the picture, no matter who it is,
Jay-Z, Donovan Mitchell. Who the hell next you gonna be with?
Yeah, man. It's crazy. He's gonna be standing with Putin and shit at the freaking, at the freaking border.
That's the perks of when you're the New York Knicks franchise starting point guard.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cut the pod short then, because I mean we about to get into a whole nother joint. I feel like we got to come back next time and get the names right, and we could just go down that rabbit hole, for the next one.
Yeah, man. We went a lot of rabbit holes today, man.
We went crazy. After the first hour and a half of talking about what we came to talk about, we went on another hour and a half just talking about like we just started just going like Alice in Wonderland.
Oh man, that's what the Knicks should do. This current Knicks roster got me because it's so much to talk about this Knicks roster. There's so many ways you could go about it.
Well, for everyone that's in the chat, please come back for the next one. When we're gonna go on again, man?
What's today? Y'all be forgetting days. I'm getting old.
Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then it's Friday.
Saturday,
we can't do Saturday. Saturday, I'm like in Neverland for like 16 hours.
Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
We do something. And I'm gonna be off work, so I'm about to have a good long vacation from work. A nice paid 3-week vacation. So, and I buy me a new cell phone.
So you took 3 weeks back to back?
Yeah, 3 weeks back to back.
Okay. I got mine in July. Because I got real seniority. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. I walked in the office. I said, I don't care who on the list right now. If I've been here longer than them, bump them down the list. Because I want those days. I'm not working a lot this summer. That's out of line.
Yeah, enjoy, man. Yeah, you should have timed that shit for the what's the name? The freaking summer league. You could have went to Vegas. When is the summer league?
I tried, but all the OGs, like who's higher than me, they filled those 2 weeks up. You're literally like, I tried. It's like the first 2 weeks of August.
Is it August?
Or is it the first 2 weeks of June?
I think it might be in July because it's after the draft.
Oh, right? July is cooked. Them days filled. And
I got it here. It's on Thursday, July 7th. And it ends on July 17th.
Yeah, July is cooked. Shit, I'm happy I just got July 4th for. Nah, let us get out of here, man.
Yeah. You know what? I think I might go to Vegas this year. We'll see. I think I might.
You go watch a guy who's not going to play until next year, March 2023. That's tough. That's dedication, man. That's dedication. Tim's ain't going to play until March 2023. Yo, man. It took a Derrick Rose injury for him to really play Quentin Grimes, and literally you could have had Quentin Grimes play the Evan Fournier role all season. You didn't even need Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
I hate it, man. Yo, shout out to everybody who joined us, man. May 4th, Legion, Sherman, 19.
Legion. We see Legion. I'm looking for Legion. Where's
I
Legion?
just so sad.
Oh,
The B. Willis guy, Paris Duggar.
oh, that's Legion from Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nick Van for life, my guy. Who else? Man, all you guys. Y'all know where to find us, man. Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher. What's that other joint, man? Radio Play? I forgot what the hell it's called.
All the motherfuckers, man.
Play FM, Spotify, Tune FM, whatever the hell it's called. Amazon Alexa. I think I probably said that already, but definitely iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts.
You know you could find us too. You could find us at Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All you got to do is to get your phone and Cash App, hit the Cash App thing on the side there and scan that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, support.
Yeah, support the damn podcast, man. You want us to be away from our families talking shit for 4 or 5 hours. Look, go buy a damn hoodie for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go to dietnicks.com and buy some shit, okay?
Yep.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna change that. My website is gonna change pretty soon. So if anybody wants anything on the current website, check it out. Because the dietnicks.com website is gonna change pretty soon. Sometime maybe before Summer League. You know, hopefully before Summer League, I should say that because it's July. So sometime this month the site is gonna change. So
yeah, I'm working on a lot too. But yeah, let's get out of here, man. Peace out, you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. Go Knicks and get Randall the fuck off my team. All right, I'm out of here.
Bye. Bye, guys. See you later, okay? Peace.